Wildcats, Mark Burdig.
We have a gorgeous night for the season opener, the 2024 high school football season. Tonight, the defending Heritage Conference champion United Valley Lions come to Memorial Field to face the Homer Center Wildcats. Good evening, everybody, and with Ward Hilliard, I'm Mark Burdig. We welcome you in to our S&T Bank broadcast booth, People Forward Banking. It's our ITT Pregame show, Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations. Shelley Drive in Indiana, the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC, and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville. Ward Hilliard, good to be working with you again. We look forward to this matchup tonight, Heritage Conference season opener, as I mentioned, for the defending champs and the Homer Center Wildcats.
That's a special feeling, isn't it? The opening night everywhere. It's just a lot of excitement around, and your whole season sits in front of you. You don't know what's going to happen. You got to love it. And a beautiful night here at the Homer City Memorial Field.
The field looks great. Kudos to Mookie Wilson, the director of maintenance for the Homer Center School District, and the grounds crew. They paint it so beautifully. It takes them 2 or 3 days to get it done, particularly the first game of the year, and it looks marvelous. And we were pretty lucky last year with good weather, and we're blessed here tonight. It's early, isn't it? August 23rd. It's hard to believe.
Seems like Todd Marino and I just finished Coach's Corner, and we were back here already. Yeah, it went fast.
Some interesting matchups tonight. One about 7 miles from here, south, 2 of the favorites in the Heritage Conference, certainly Cambria Heights. Our preview magazine picks the Highlanders to run the table, 10-0. River Valley hoping to say something about that. They should have a good club back led by Sam Yanitz and Burkhart, their running backs. Purchase Line at Northern Cambria, Penns Manor at Conemaugh Valley, West Shamokin at Conemaugh Township. They're a young team, but going to be up and coming. They have an outstanding quarterback. He's a freshman by the name of Studer. I don't know that he will start, but we will hear his name moving on, I do believe. Marion Center is at Portage to round out the Heritage Conference games tonight that are on the schedule. Ward, United Valley with the co-op, it's a different dynamic in the Heritage Conference. 53 players on their roster, 2 schools that were on the verge of extinction just about 4 years ago. Blacklick Valley Vikings, United Lions at the time. They were both struggling for numbers, and it's not an overstatement to say football was in jeopardy, so they co-opt. And look what's happened.
It's amazing. 53 kids on the roster. But, hey, I want to give a shout-out to Kevin Marabito because he held this thing together. You know, he had some very weak teams. He stuck with it. He kept trying to get kids out. And here's the result. They got 53 players here dressed, and then they're a team that's going to have to be reckoned with this year. Good for him. Good for the United Valley program. Almost messed that up.
We welcome all of our viewers on Renda Digital TV. Spread the word. You can find the link at WCCSradio.com to watch the game, and we welcome, of course, our many listeners on 101.1 FM and AM 1160 and the audio stream at WCCSradio.com. You know, it's opening week for us, too. People don't realize behind the camera, John Smathers, our digital manager, it is the week from HE double hockey sticks for everybody. Chris Yonner on the camera, Ted Maseko upstairs. We'll have a field camera this year, but a lot of production behind the scenes. I thank John, our sales staff, everybody that makes it possible.
We got a different angle here. They moved us down in the booth, which really is kind of nice because we won't have all the traffic coming in the doors. So we're going to have a different perspective. So we'll see how that plays out tonight.
United Valley and Homer Center. You know, the United Homer Center rivalry goes back many years. This would be the 79th all-time meeting, but as it is with the co-op, it is officially the 3rd meeting between the 2 schools. On November 9th of 2021, that's when the school boards voted to enter into this co-op agreement. 2 years ago, Homer Center won it 28-6. Last year, it was ugly in United Valley's favor, 46-16.
Yeah, they put it to the Wildcats, as did a few teams last year, and that's one of the things I hope they're hoping to turn around. They got to get a defense, and we're going to see what it shows tonight. They're going to have their hands full. Powerful team, United. They're going to come right at us, and the Wildcats are going to have to make some adjustments, perhaps.
Are you planning any trips, by the way, Ward?
Not at the moment.
Well, I have a tip for you, okay? If you're planning any trips, use our friends at Repine Travel because they are sponsoring Jake's feature that we have done for a couple of years. A trip around the Heritage Conference is presented by Repine Travel. We thank them, and we will keep them in mind, won't we? We are making our travel plans. They are the official travel agency of Homer Center Wildcat United Lions broadcasters and digital crew. They do our triptychs, but we'll be here for the next 2 weeks. But let's hear from Jake Slobotnik as he takes us on a trip around the Heritage Conference.
Another IRMC high school football season kicks off tonight with several great matchups around Indiana County and the surrounding areas. Hi everybody, this is Jake Slobotnik and we're back with our trip around the Heritage Conference feature this season, presented by Repine Travel, where your next adventure is a click away. Visit repinetravel.com. Leading off is a showcase at Ernie Widmar Field in Blairsville between two teams picked 1 and 2 in the annual Heritage Conference preseason coaches poll. Cambria Heights, the defending District 6 champion who was picked this year as the favorite to win the Heritage Conference, meets up with River Valley in what could be a preview of two teams vowing for the conference championship. Join Chuck Clark and I for all the action on Cat Country 106.3 and catcountry1063fm.com. Next up is a battle between two teams looking to build off successful years in 2023 as Purchase Line tangles with Northern Cambria in our inaugural Heritage Conference Game of the Week on U92.5. Join Todd Marino on U92.5 FM and U92Radio.com for all the action from Duffy Doherty Stadium. In Homer City, the hometown Homer Center Wildcats look to open 2024 with a win over United Valley, led by new head coach Lou McElwee. Tune in for all the action on WCCS, WCCSradio.com, and Renda Digital TV for all the action with Mark Burdig and Ward Hilliard. Other matchups this week include Penns Manor taking on Conemaugh Valley at Tom Usick Stadium, the West Shamokin Wolves matching up with Conemaugh Township in Davidsville, and Marion Center traveling to Portage to take on the Mustangs. A jam-packed schedule headlines the opening week of the 2024 IRMC high school football season. Best of luck to all the teams on the gridiron tonight, and be sure to recap all of this week's action tomorrow morning with Todd Marino and Ward Hilliard on the Luther Ford Lincoln Coaches Corner program on WDAD 100.3 FM, AM 1450, and WDADradio.com. That'll do it for this first trip around the Heritage Conference this season, presented by Repine Travel. I'm Jake Slobotnik, and I'll see you next week.
Ready for your next adventure? With Repine Travel, unforgettable memories are just around the corner. November 10th to 16th, immerse yourself in the excitement of Branson, Missouri. Or get swept up in the holiday magic of New York City, December 8th to 10th. And mark your calendars for October 2025. Set sail on a no-fly Islands in the Bahamas cruise aboard the luxurious Symphony of the Seas. Relax and explore the islands like never before. A big thank you to everyone who voted Repine Travel the best travel agency in the best of Indiana County. Book now with
ITT Pregame Show continues, powered by Indiana Total Therapy with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelby Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute.
And we welcome you back into our booth for more of the ITT Pregame Show. Ward, both of these teams are replacing some quality people. Star running back Caden McCauley of the United Valley Lions rushed for 1,213 yards and 19 touchdowns. Quarterback Isaac Worthington, who battled injuries at the quarterback position, is gone. Their entire receiving core is gone. They don't have a receiver returning with a single reception. And for Homer Center, Landon Hill, he rushed for 1,009 yards and had to carry opponents on his back to do it. Finished third all-time on the Homer Center rushing list. Quarterback Angelo Alexander would have been back, but opted not to continue his football career. So it'll be Braden Dunn stepping in, and he does have some experience with what Homer Center has gone through with the revolving door quarterback situation the past couple of years.
Yeah, he can throw and he can run. I think he's more valuable as a running back, but that we'll see how that plays out. But I'm looking down. United lost a lot of skill people, but boy, they got the horses up front. I'm watching them right now. some big boys. They're going to move some people, and the Wildcats have to be ready for it. It's going to be coming right at them.
I rode out to Northern Cambria. The Wildcats did some good things against a good Northern Cambria team in the scrimmage, had trouble running the ball. Again, United, it was a tri-scrimmage with Myersdale and Cambria Heights, and new coach Lou McElwee said, frankly, Myersdale was pretty good. We matched up better with them than we did Cambria Heights, and of course Cambria Heights has just about everybody back.
Yeah, they are going to be very tough to beat. You're going to have to catch them on an off night or have them looking ahead. That's the kind of ball club they've got, but you just never know. It's high school football, and it takes some weird bounce. You know, ball has points on the end. That's why it bounces around out there.
When we come back, you're going to hear and see both coaches. We'll start with Lou McElwee of the United Lions. We talk a little bit about his time in the service. We thank him for that, taking over the program after being an understudy under Kevin Marabito. He told me about game nights, how they would stay up well into the wee hours of the morning reviewing game film. And then you'll hear from 18th year head coach Greg Page of the Homer Center Wildcats. That and more. We'll rejoin you live in the booth in just a little while. The coaches' reports are up next as we continue on our ITT pregame show on the Renda Media Football Network.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well from your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Our ITT pregame show continues from Memorial Field in Homer City as we get set for the season opener for the United Valley Lions and the Homer Center Wildcats. Pleased to be joined by new United Valley Lions head coach Lou McElwee. Lou, first of all, congratulations on being named the new head coach.
Thank you. Thank you.
Talk about your involvement with the program prior to this year, because I know you were around for a couple of years, coached under Kevin Marabito, and I would assume, Kevin was always one of my favorites, and I'm sure he was a pretty good mentor for you.
Yeah, the last couple of years, I learned from Kevin every chance I got. I spent time with Kevin on and off the field, and I just know Kevin was around the game 40 years, so I couldn't have asked for a better role model and coach that I look up to.
Lou, I also want to thank you for your service. I picked this backdrop for a reason, because you were part of the U.S. Army and you fought in Baghdad. Tell our listeners and viewers about your experience in the U.S. Army.
Well, I spent 5 years in active duty, United States Army, and I spent 2 of those years in Baghdad. And actually, we got kind of stop loss, so it was supposed to be 18 months and led to 23 and a half months. So that taught me a lot about life, and I was around a lot of different types of people, good and bad, and it helped me become the person I am today.
I was going to say, how did it shape you as a person, and how is it relatable to this great game of football as far as the disciplines that you need to be successful?
Well, it helps because fighting adversity, and especially in the military, there's a lot of adversity pretty much every day of your life. And the lifestyle in the military is completely different. Whether it's a chain of command how it's formed, and that's how football should be. I want my players to not, when they make a mistake, don't just come to the coach. Talk to the lineman next to you. Talk to the back next to you. It helps them understand the game more if they're explaining it to the other player. So the chain of command helps out the game of football. Discipline, the respect, I think it goes a long way. I think it helps. The military helps out tremendously.
Well, again, I can speak on behalf of both fan bases. Thank you again for your service.
You're welcome.
Serving our great nation. Well, that time of year, last week, I should say, you had a scrimmage, three-way, with Myersdale and Cambria Heights. Certainly one of the favorites, Cambria Heights in the Heritage Conference. How did things go?
I think it went well for the most part. I think there's a lot of things we had to work on, whether it was interior of the line, whether it was gap control, different stunts that the boys wasn't sure of, different alignment, pretty much, a lot of alignment mistakes. So those mistakes are fixable. So a lot of those mistakes we had last Saturday are fixable, and we spent the entire week this week pretty much clearing that up and making sure everybody was ready to go this Friday.
And it's the same for everybody. High school, the nature of things, you are replacing a lot of people. You're starting quarterback Isaac Worthington. Of course, you just have to go down the hallway to a different bedroom to find your new quarterback, his younger brother, Dimitri. Star running back, Caden McCauley gone. I think all of the receiving corps, for the most part, graduated. Some linemen. So talk about some players who are filling in.
Well, like you said, Dimitri's filling in. He'll be our starting quarterback this year. We call him Meech, but very smart. Meech is very football IQ, probably one of the best on the team, if not the best. So he's very knowledgeable when it comes to the game. He's good decision making. He understands our offense. He runs it. So we're excited to see what he can do on Friday night. And in the backfield, like I said, we lost Caden, but I think we have 3 senior running backs this year. So what's nice with the program that we have, those senior running backs we have this year, last year were juniors. They spent a lot of that time in JV. So they didn't really get the varsity snaps that they would on another Heritage Conference team. But they're biting at the bit. They're ready to go. So that's.
You think these two programs, I'm speaking back just a few years ago with Blacklick Valley and United, on the verge of extinction. I don't think it is an overstatement. And to see 53, I think, on the roster, that has to be very refreshing for you.
It is, and it makes practice a lot easier. Going up against or ones on offense goes up against ones on defense. Mm-hmm. So it allows the boys to work hard to practice and have a game simulation, instead of going up against the JV defense or not even fielding a defense. Because we went through some rough times where we couldn't even put a defense across from the offense.
Yep. Well, here you are tonight, Homer Center. The opponent, the Wildcats, kind of a rare down cycle for Greg Page's ball club, but I know you know the history of Coach Page and the Homer Center program, so they're probably chomping at the bit just like your guys, right? What about your thoughts on Homer Center?
Well, Homer's always tough, year in and year out. And I have nothing but respect for Coach Page. I played against his dad, and now I'm coaching against his son. And Greg's been at it for a while now. And Greg knows a lot about the game, and I couldn't have asked for a better first game for my coaching career. Is against one of the greatest coaches right now in the Heritage Conference.
Keys for your team tonight, Coach.
Control line of scrimmage. We got to control the line of scrimmage. We got to do our assignment. Like I tell everybody, I need 11 guys doing their job. All they got to do is their job. Don't do no more. Don't do no less. Just do your job.
Well, I'll warn you, you're going to have to do a lot more with the media now as a head coach. So you have Coach's Corner Saturday morning. We got to warn you about that and all of these interviews with Renda Media. But we're looking forward to working with you as long as you can put up with us. We look forward to covering tonight's game, and I'm sure we'll have the Lions down the road on our Renda network of stations. Congratulations again, and good luck this season.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Lou McElwee, new head coach of the United Valley Lions. The Lions and the Wildcats from Memorial Field in our ITT pregame show will continue right after this on the WCCS Wildcat Lions Radio Network.
The Christmas Tree Growers Association and Diamond Drug and Diamond Medical Supply. And another round of applause for the Sue Hewitt Dance Studio, ladies and gentlemen. They did a great job. Let's show them our support.
Then what the other two guys had to come into. The first practice for Quentin.
Here's the snap. It's high. The kick is good! And they have won the game. And they burst onto the field, and pandemonium reigns out here at Andy Kosneski Field in double OT.
Okay, we're going to get... I got a little wet there, guys. I'll get Redinger.
Waiting the shotgun snap from Succiarelli. Hands it off to Hill. He's into the end zone easily. And the
Looking to experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a Trusted Choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
More choices and more savings at Walbeck Insurance. 479-9378. 479-9378.
Welcome back to Memorial Field opening night for the 2024 high school football season. And as promised, we have Homer Center Wildcat head coach Greg Page, brought to you by Walbeck Insurance all season long. Once again, welcome back, Rob, and thank you for your support of the Wildcats on WCCS and on Renda Digital TV. Coach, we are on video too. New backdrop this year. This looking pretty good for the 18th season for you as the head man at Homer Center. All I can say is, wow, where did time go?
Yeah, I mean, we're like, well, looks like we're in a studio here. The first couple of years, it was a little grassy area up outside the equipment shed back in 2007. So everybody's evolved, I guess.
Yeah, it certainly has. Does it seem like 18 years?
In a way it has, in a way it hasn't. So like I told you earlier, it's, I'm feeling good. So you still get excited about this stuff. So 18 in that regard feels like 2 or 3, so we'll just try to keep with that feeling.
I'm calling games all these years, my 38th year, I believe, and so much success here at Homer Center, especially under your watch. So many high points last year, not one of them. Your first losing regular season since 2011, and I don't know why that, from a Wildcat perspective, that taste from the Conemaugh Valley game, the season finale, when they came in here and no other way to say it, whipped you pretty good. And yeah. I think that left a bitter taste in everybody's mouth, and I know it did you, and you're probably hoping that your players feel the same way.
Yeah, I've commented on that before to them. I've commented it to other media too. Conemaugh Valley came in 2 teams that really had no playoff aspirations. They're coming on the road for their last game. It's our senior night, and they whipped us. They flat out put it to us, and the only thing you can do and take from that is the fact that you have to look at everything that happened and try to improve that and have a better mindset mentally too. I'm hoping, I still have to be convinced, but I'm hoping that's the case through these last several months.
Coach, sometimes, I'm curious about this, managing expectations. I know Jared Lewis spoke to me at Media Day a lot of expectations for Cambria Heights, and sometimes you have to manage that and say, hey, we still have to work hard. You have to go out and play the game and execute. Not a lot of expectations. We can put it out there for the Wildcats. Coaches poll, the Renda Media Preview Magazine. Do you have to manage that too? Because confidence can be a fragile thing. So do you kind of use that as fuel and motivation?
Oh, absolutely, I did. I've tried, and but you're right. I mean, it's you can look at different eras, and it seems like things are different now than they were 2013 or 14. And I tell these kids that, and I tell them how fired up I am, and I see their face, and they don't show much emotion at that point. And I'm hoping. I said to them at one point, I said, I hope you guys are as ticked off about this as I am, or the coaches are. And they say, yes, Coach, we are, but they're not real fire and brimstone about it. So maybe they deal with it their own way. They have to be the ones that take that to heart and say, we're going to get this turned around. And it won't be easy. It won't be easy. The landscape has changed. You wrote about it, and everybody talks about it. The landscape has changed with some of these programs over the last couple of years, and we have to adapt to that. We have to just get in there, suck it up, and play as hard as we can.
I know talking to you, it's been a hard-working group off season. Dedication to the weight room and that program, and right through camp and triples scrimmage last week at Northern Cambria. How did that go?
I thought it was up and down. We did 2 sets of 10 each on offense and defense, and I think both teams with the first set of 10 focused more on their first line guys, starters, and the second set was more like guys maybe compete for some jobs, but guys that we would feel confident putting in if we had to on either side of the ball. The first set of 10 with the first teamers went pretty well. They scored on their 10th play. We moved the ball at times. We went into a second quarter which was timed. I thought Northern clearly had the better of that. We didn't execute. They had a couple scores on us. And then we had a little halftime. In the third period we come out. It was a little shorter time-wise, and I felt like we did much better then. And it was really good. It was more pace and pickup and tempo for both teams. So, and then the last quarter was the younger kids. So I think Northern Cambria is going to be good again. It's a good scrimmage for us. I felt like overall they had the better of it, but I don't recall too many years where we've gone and trounced somebody in a scrimmage, so I don't get too bent out of shape about that.
Coach, no question, defense has to be better if you're going to be better.
Absolutely, yeah. And, Tony Arone and those guys have really worked hard at structuring some things. We've had some staff restructuring, but the core of the guys that's been working defensively for the last several years is still there. We're looking at a different front with some different things in personnel. We're going to try to do more situational things. The kids came in with a pretty physical attitude. That was up and down at Northern. At times we got overwhelmed and we were soft again, and we can't do that. So these guys have to understand you have to play every play. You can't bail a team out on a 3rd and 15 or a 4th and 8, and that happened last year. It's happened in other years, and we have to put a stop to that stuff.
Quickly, scouting report on United Valley. New coach Lou McElwee takes over for Kevin Marabito. Big roster between the two schools with the co-op, 53. I think 26 from Blacklick Valley, 27 from United. As you alluded to, it's a different ballgame in the Heritage Conference right now. What do you see from United Valley?
Well, we welcome Lou. I mean, I know him a little bit. I know he coached in junior high and played there years ago. I think he's got a good staff. I think from what I see on tape, he's done a good job. I mean, it's not easy as a first-year coach. I remember that. Everybody was a first-year coach at some point. But I like what they're doing. I think they got some size. They got some tough kids. They lost some kids, but they have some key kids back, and that's what concerns me, both sides of the ball. And they have 2 really big linemen that are going to be hard to contend with, and a couple skill guys defensively, and their quarterback offensively, and a couple running backs are a concern.
Keys.
I mean, it's like any other cliche. We can't turn the ball over. We have to finish drives. We have the type of offense, if we can get it moving, we have a lot of different options with it, and we have to execute those options. But, special teams, I hope we're better. We have a good kicker. We got to cover better. We got to win that battle and get more field position. And I think it will come down defensively if we're going to be tough and consistent.
Coach, finally, just a point that I made earlier, confidence, sometimes it's a fragile thing. How important is it for your team to get off to a good first half start in this football game?
I think it's important. It really is. I mean, you look at a lot of the games that we lost in last year, and we were giving up 1 or 2 scores immediately, and then we would mount a little bit of a comeback, but then we just never were able to chip away and overcome. And That's a credit to the opponent. I mean, a lot of those teams were just better than us. But you can't let them get out of the gate, because then now you are playing catch up, and we didn't have the offense to catch up.
Coach?
I'm just saying that's like, it is a very big key.
Appreciate it. Yep. Can't wait to get it going here at Memorial Field tonight. Appreciate everything you do to help us out. We wish you the best of luck in season number 18.
Thanks. Thank you guys for all you do.
Head coach Greg Page, brought to you by Walbeck Insurance. More choices, more savings. We're coming back with more on our ITT, Indiana Total Therapy pregame show right here on the Wildcat Football Network.
Indiana Total Therapy has been helping Indiana Indians athletes for years, and they wish the team the best of luck in the state playoffs. ITT is a full-service outpatient rehab facility with services including physical, occupational, and speech therapy, athletic training, pediatric rehab, sports performance programs, and so much more. Indiana Total Therapy's 3 facilities are fully staffed and equipped to deliver optimal results. ITT, proud partners with the Indiana Area School District.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
SCG Hobby. It's in the name. Sports cards, comics, gaming, and more. Speaking of more, they also have a huge selection of Legos, board games, Dungeons & Dragons, and Warhammer. Whatever you fancy, they've got you covered. Come join the SCG family for fun events and tournaments nightly, including Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy at the SCG Hobby nearest you, with locations in Indiana, Latrobe, Altoona, and North Huntington. Find out more by logging into scghobby.com.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Mark Burdick, Homer Center Marching Band, about set to play the national anthem. We'll pick it up for you here. national anthem, Homer Center Marching Band. Keys to the game, driven by Luther Ford Lincoln in Homer City. Ward, what do you have?
Well, for United, I think you heard the coach said control the line of scrimmage. That's something I think they're going to do. Let's the Wildcats have something to say about it. The other thing is run the ball. Establish that running game. Use your power. And finally, just flat-out tackle well. You have pretty much bottle up the Wildcat offense if you can do those things. For Homer Center, they need to get the running game going. They need to be able to possess the ball a little bit. They also need to give Braden Dunn some time either to throw or to run. That's his strength. You got to get him involved in the offense. If you don't, it's a long night. And finally, make some turnovers. Get some easy, shorter fields. Give yourself something to play for. We'll see how that works.
Keys to the game driven by Luther Ford Lincoln. Coming back with the starting lineups next when we continue on the ITT pregame show, counting it down to kickoff on this beautiful night for the 2024 season opener. Coming back with more on the Renda Media Football Network.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
Milk every moment.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hunt & Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hunt & Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an agency working in your best interest. And that's Hunt & Blues Insurance, 2 locations, Indiana and Johnstown.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
To an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowds of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Lineups as the United Valley Lions, the defending Heritage Conference champs, take the field. Starting lineups presented by Indiana County Technology Center, providing the necessary tools to jumpstart your future. Visit their website at Indiana County Technology Center at ictc.edu. Ward, what about the starting O for both teams?
For United, Peyton McElwee will be one end, a sophomore, 5'8", 160. Left tackle will be Braxton Jelly, a senior, 6'3", 245. Left guard, Kevin Shirk, senior, 6'3", 305. Max McConnellville will be the centers, junior, 5'10", 185. Brady Verba is the right guard, a sophomore, 6', 215. Right tackle, Carter Rummel, junior, 6'2", 210. Eli Sheasley, will be the other wide out, a sophomore, 6'3", 175. In the backfield, Dimitri Worthington, the sophomore, will be the quarterback, 5'9", 145. He'd be joined by Skylar Hauk, senior, 5'10", 175. And Colin Nedrich, he is a senior at 5'10", 175. And Ethan Luco, a junior, 6'1", 165, will join them. For the Wildcats, the left end will be Caden McAnulty, a sophomore, 5'10", 207. Eli Butterly, the left tackle, senior, 5'11", 236. John Valuchek will be the left guard, a senior, 5'9", 194. Zach Wilson is the center, a senior at 5'9", 244. Cullen Dunn, freshman, right guard. We don't have any weight for him, but he's a big boy. Right tackle, Gabe Rufner. Dunn was 5'8", 216. Sorry, that's my bad. Gabe Rufner is the right tackle, sophomore, 5'10", 226. And Deegan Fedoric will be the sophomore wide out, a 6'3", 176 young man. Braden Dunn, the quarterback, senior, 5'9", 182. Brian Mills will join him in the backfield at 5'9", 168. Will Jones will also be there, a senior at 6 foot, 164.
Starting lineups presented by our friends at ICTC. Providing the necessary tools to jumpstart your future. Visit their website at ictc.edu. Fans, a lot can happen to kids after hours and not just on the gridiron. Babies get fevers, children step on glass, athletes twist their ankles. If your child or teen needs care and your doctor's office is closed, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is open 7 days a week, 8 till 8. Since 2009, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Old Route 22 in Blairsville, where you get in, get out, get better. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge voted best urgent care and walk-in clinic in the Best of Indiana County contest. That's the ITT pregame show. Stay with us for the start of tonight's game. Coming up next as we continue on the Wildcats Lions Renda Media Football Network.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Quarter being presented by Friends of Jim Struzzi, proud to support area athletes. Our kickoff is being presented by Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations teaching children to shine since 1991. Grand Beginnings Children's Center of Indiana. And they will be donating $1 for every point scored, every broadcast across the Indiana County Renda Media Radio Network. And we thank them for their outstanding support. Kicking off will be sophomore Brady Frazier of the Homer Center Wildcats. Back deep for the United Lions, Shayton Aleska.
Logan Lichtenfels.
And Logan Lichtenfels. Wildcats decked out in their home blacks, and it's a short end-over-end kick, and we are underway. And it's kickoff taken at the 22-yard line, and a good hit delivered on the return man for the United Lions. With that football was Ethan Luco. Gabe Kobaugh, freshman, made that tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats. And United will take over just over their 30-yard line. We'll call it the 31.
Kobaugh, one of the brothers on this team, they're just polluted with brothers on this ball club. We'll talk about them.
6 sets of brothers representing 31% of their roster of 39. Quarterback Dimitri Worthington got a lot of time last year. and hands it off, and Houck in the backfield, stacked up, breaks the tackle, but he's going to be dragged down from behind nicely by Homer Center sophomore Caden McAnulty. You may remember his older brother who has graduated. Cole was a good player here at Homer Center. Loss of about 5 yards on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 15.
Great penetration inside. He didn't see who hit him first, but he was the one that made the play, spun him around, and McAnulty came in and cleaned it up. Good start for the Wildcat D.
United's offense last year, their 9-2 record, averaged 26.3 points per game, 224 on the ground. They go with a sidecar to the right and a fullback, and now a flag on the play, and it's going to be procedure. So not the start that Lou McElwee in his first game wanted. His team will be faced with 2nd down and 20. Let me just give you the rest of their numbers. They averaged 294 a game, which was 4th best in the conference. Homer Center's defense was awful. One of the worst that we've seen in the Greg Page era, probably the worst. They allowed 35.4 points per game, 365 yards a game, 11th worst, and there's only 12 teams in the conference. The worst mark belonged to Conemaugh Valley.
And they thumped the Wildcats in the last game.
2nd down at 20. Give to Nedrich up the middle. Good Homer Center defense, and limits him to maybe 2 yards up near the 25-yard line. On the tackle was Josh Voluchik, inside linebacker for the Wildcats. He's one of the brothers. Interestingly enough, Josh Voluchik wears number 60. His twin brother, who's a linebacker, wears 11. Why? Because their grandfather, Sticky Lawson's always been a fan of 1160 and listened to many Wildcat games, hence 11 for Sean, 60 for Josh on the back of their uniform. 3rd down and about 16 to go. They reposition Nedrich as he comes in motion, and Dimitri going to pass, steps up in the pocket. He's sacked from behind, and down he goes back at the 20-yard line. Good start for Homer Center, and it was the aforementioned Sean Voluchik, the 5'9", 153-pound senior that dragged him down. Punt team out for United.
That's a wonderful job by that defense. Got good penetration, which is always the key. They're running a 4-man front, Mark. Usually had a nose guard, but they're playing 4 up front there.
Well, they
just
call
moving it around.
4-2-5 is what Tony Arone is calling it. Nedrich to punt, or Stevens, I should say, to punt. Snap is good. Kick is away. It's a floater. It's going to be taken by Dunn at the 49-yard line to United Valley territory. 45, 40, and he's going to be knifed down nicely by Greg Schilling. And the Wildcats will have good operating position to start their first possession. Schilling again on that tackle.
Yeah, right on the 35. Made that play as he started to his right, broke a tackle, and cut it back to his left, so all the influence was away from him there. He made a nice play. That wasn't for that last tackle, he may have gone.
So the Wildcats will start at the United Valley 35-yard line. They'll go gun with Dunn. Brian Mills injured a lot last year, sidecar to the right. Twin receivers at the bottom of the screen if you're watching on Renda Digital TV. And Brian Mills, the ball carrier, and he has yardage to about the 31-yard line. The ball popped out, but after he was down. On the tackle for the Lions was Michael Monty, one of the linebackers in Lou McElwee's defense.
Coach Page not happy with that ball popping out there. You got to protect. You're going up the middle, 2 hands on it. Should not have happened, but it did. Luckily for the Wildcats, they kept it.
Mills, a 5'9", 168-pound senior, 67 yards rushing on 19 attempts last year in limited action. No touchdowns. Talented receivers for Homer Center, and on the read option, Dunn keeps it and lowers the shoulder inside to 30, down to about the 27-yard line. On the tackle, Logan Lichtenfels of the United Lions. I guess I should correct myself and say United Valley Lions.
It's hard to do, isn't it?
Well, this would be the 79th all-time meeting.
I know. There have been some classic battles, too. Nice play, though, by Burton. You read the defense well. They're almost busting tackles. So this is looking pretty positive for Homer so far.
3rd down and 2 They have an H-back in McAnulty to the left, and that's where Dunn goes, and he has a first down as he gets to the 23-yard line. Lichtenfels again on the tackle for the United Valley Lions, but a new set of downs for Homer Center. A promising start. We're scoreless. 8:19 to play in this first quarter. Being presented by Friends of Jim Struzzi.
My bad, sorry. The key to that run was the third down play when Braden was able to get it down to a makeable 2 yards there, and they had no trouble picking it up.
Sidecar left of Dunn again is Mills. And read option, Braden going to keep it and down to about the 20-yard line. Tackling him, big Braxton Jelly. 6'3", 245-pound senior.
Ooh.
United Valley, I'm sorry, Ward.
No, it's okay.
With the new enrollment, you get a truer picture. Of course, this is a co-op situation. They have 172 boys between the 9th, 10th, and 11th grades. You have to count both schools. There's a formula there. 2nd down and 7. And Dunn, toss left to Mills. Mills a little opening to the 15, down to the 13-yard line. And he may have enough for a first down. On the tackle,
number 42, Cullen Nedrick.
Cullen Nedrick on the tackle, number 4 on the team last year with 52 stops. And they're going to say first down, Homer Center, at the 13-yard line.
Deegan Fedoric, the wideout, did a nice job of sealing off his man, and that allowed the run to take place there. Nice quick pitch. I like that. It gets you wide right away. If you get that block from the end, it opens up.
Receivers, Riley Cobaugh in a slot right. They have trips to the right, Homer Center. Dan Jones at the top of the screen. Here's Dunn, and he keeps it on the read option down to about the 10-yard line. United closed what appeared to be a pretty nice opening by the right side of that offensive line. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Ward on the tackle, Dylan Stevens. He was number 2 last year on the team with 92 tackles. Keep in mind the Wildcats have an outstanding young kicker, Brian Fraser.
Yeah.
He attended in late July a showcase camp down in Tennessee that he was invited to and did very well, kicked a 50-yard field goal at that camp. 2nd down and 7, and the give to Mills. Mills keeps the legs moving, breaks a tackle, tries to get to about the 5-yard line. He's going to be stood up, dropped a little bit shy. Colin Nedrich and Eli Sheasley on the stop. And let's see, they put it down at the 6-yard line. We are halfway through this quarter already.
Bring up a 3rd down
and
and 2.
The Wildcats knocking on the door. 3rd down and 2 at the United Valley 6.
They couldn't have drawn this up better. You got United off the field in one series, and then they've controlled the ball ever since, Homer has.
Will Jones, a receiver to the left boundary, among the leading receivers in the conference last year with 26. Dunn from the shotgun, waiting the snap from center, Zach Wilson. And they give it to, who was that? Mills again. And Mills going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And now the Wildcats faced with a decision. And does he use that kicker, or does he go for it here? With
no gain on the play, 4th down.
4th down and 2. Might have even lost a few inches on that play.
Long 2.
Wildcats possessing the ball, a drive that started at the United Valley 35-yard line.
I would go for it, and I would give Braden Dunn the opportunity to run or pass.
18 seconds on the play clock. In the backfield, H-back left for Homer Center is Deegan Fedoric. Dunn takes the snap, and he's going to be stacked up and short, no gain, and United holds off Homer Center, and the Wildcats drive stalls. We're going to have a media timeout with 4:43 to play in the first quarter. Our IRMC High School Sports Night coverage continues. Wildcats nothing, and the United Valley Lions nothing on the Renda Media Football Network.
Hi, this is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and I'm proud to serve the 62nd Legislative District. We take pride in our communities, and I'm proud to support our area teams and all our students, wishing them the best of luck this school year. As we approach this year's election, I encourage you to make your voice heard, whether by mail or on the polls at Election Day. I am grateful for your past support, proud of the progress we've made together, and even more excited about the future. The best is yet to come.
Luxembourg's Jewelers, a proud supporter of all the area athletes, would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. With 2 convenient locations, Luxembourg's Jewelers is the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautifully logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. From the Indiana Mall to downtown Indiana, Kip, Jeff, and the Luxembourg's team wishes everyone an MVP season. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
MarionCenterBank.com. Looking for a bank that's rooted in your community? Looking for a bank that has all the latest options that a hometown bank should have? For personal and business banking, home loans and student loans, and fraud protection that's state-of-the-art, trust Marion Center Bank. With locations servicing Indiana, Armstrong, and Cambria counties. Struggling with student loan applications and decisions? Now is the perfect time to inquire about student loans at Marion Center Bank. MarionCenterBank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
The first quarter is presented by State Representative Jim Struzzi. Proud of our progress, and the best is yet to come. Paid for by friends of Jim Struzzi.
Back with you, United Valley. They've already run a play, and it goes for about 5 yards up near the 13-yard line. Hawk, Skylar Hawk, a senior on that carry. I mentioned on the ITT pregame show, United does not have a receiver returning that has a single reception.
Well, they really didn't need to, did they?
Brother Isaac Worthington, who graduated, rushed for 575 yards last year, passed for 687, had a knee injury, did not play against Homer Center. Dimitri, they didn't have to go far, right down the hallway to a different bedroom. Right? Got their new quarterback on 2nd and 5, and they call him Meach. And Dimitri hands it off, and with the football's Dylan Stevens. And Stevens up over the 15 to about the 16, 17-yard line. Let's see where they put it down. On the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats, Caden McAnulty, promising sophomore. It'll be 3rd down and 1. We're inside of 4 minutes already. Good crowd on hand here at Memorial Field at the corner of Lincoln and Harrison Streets. 3rd down and a yard, receiver to the right boundary for the United Lions, Peyton McElwee, a sophomore. And Dimitri takes the snap, hands it off, and Nedrich leaps for a 1st down and some more up to about the 23-yard line. Caden McAnulty across the way making that tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats, but the first down of the game for the United Valley Lions, the defending Heritage Conference champions.
Big down for them. They got the ball out of the hole. Did a nice job keeping it on the ground. Starting to move the Homer D-line. They're going to have to do something to shore that up a little bit.
Big left guard, Tavin Shirk, 305 pounds. They have a fullback with a sidecar to the left. Quarterback Dimitri hands it off, and some running room for Stevens. And Stevens spins his way over the 35 up near the 38-yard line. He got by Riley Cobaugh, got a piece of him. Ocean Maritita finished him off. United Valley with 53 players on their roster. That's an increase of 8 from last year's 45. Of the 53 rostered players, 27 from United Valley, 26 from Blacklick Valley.
You get more even than that, huh?
And Homer Center, for a small school, one of the smaller schools now in the conference, a roster of 39, that's pretty good.
It's a healthy roster for this school.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line, and Dimitri Worthington keeps it. And Dimitri Worthington has yardage up near the 45-yard line. On the tackle, linebacker Sean Voluchik. Man, this first quarter is humming along. A gain of about 7 up to the 45-yard line.
Nice job of misdirection there, faking it one way, going with the ball, Dimitri, and he did a nice job.
United Valley brings some buses, don't they, across the way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
They parked a couple across the road, so it's easier to see.
There's a flag. We're going to take a quick break while they sort out this penalty. We're scoreless. IRMC High School Sports Night, 2:06 remaining in the first. Back after this.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Give up the middle as we come back, and running with the football for the United Valley Lions is Nate Shimshock. And Shimshock has a first down, I do believe, up to the 48-yard line. Brady Fraser on the tackle, the outside linebacker in this Wildcat defense. Are they going to say first down or bring the chains in? Let's see.
They're still not sure. I think it's first, but they're going to bring him in, I think. They're taking a pretty... He finally decided.
Enough yardage for a Lions first down.
He kept looking at it. Well, the longer you look and the older you are, the more blurry it gets.
I'm not sure how long Mavericks is open, so we better speed this thing up. First down at the 48-yard line. Tell you about Mavericks after this play. Give to Stevens up the middle, big hole. Stevens has 17 yards into Homer Center territory. Maritita and Riley Cobaugh on the tackle. Big hole opened up by the right side of that offensive line. Brady Verba, Carter Rummel, center Max McConville. This drive started, Ward, at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, I know, and it's very methodic. They're starting to take advantage of the Wildcat D-line there. They're getting a little confused as to where they should be.
Fourth first down on the drive, and the give up the middle again to Stevens. Stevens runs over a would-be tackler in Cobaugh and gets down to near the 20-yard line, and that will be another first down, a gain of 14. This is unfortunately reminiscent of last year a little bit when teams would just get chunks of yardage.
Yeah, and again, you wonder where the linebackers are. That hole was so big, there was nobody there.
First and 10 at the Cats 21, and a flag again. And Lou McElwee not going to be happy unless this is offside on Homer Center. Let's see, maybe dead ball, offside. No, United lined up offside. How about that?
Well, that last 5-yarder didn't help the Wildcats much, so we'll see how this one works out. They've got to start plugging some gaps here, Mark. They're allowing that first man through, and then the counter play is working to perfection. Now they're running straight dives and they're doing a nice job of blowing holes in the Wildcat line.
Third penalty for 15 yards. We're under a minute to play in this scoreless first quarter. I mentioned Mavericks. Coming up at halftime, we'll have our Wildcats flashback feature. All season long, we're going to chronicle Ron Coleman's 1974 team. And now there's a timeout on the field called by United Valley. We'll take one, too, on an IRMC High School Sports Night and on Renda Digital TV, presented by the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. Nothing on Renda Digital TV and WCCS.
Great food and fun? And you want to go to the hidden dive where all the locals eat? Around these parts, that's Mavericks. Pick your favorites from the jukebox, grab a cold one at the bar, and rack up a round of 8-ball. They've got a new one-page menu that covers it all. Appetizers, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and the best wings. Period. Everything is prepared better than you expect. Minutes from anywhere in Homer City right off 119. Mavericks, drinks, sports, food. Make us proud, Wildcats. You got.
What's the most popular 5-passenger SUV in central Pennsylvania? That's an easy one. It's the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, of course. You see them everywhere. I mean everywhere. And why not? It's by far the greatest value on the market. With more standard features than most, great fuel economy, and the best warranty on the planet, buying a new Outlander Sport's an easy choice above all others. You gotta have one. Get your best Mitsubishi deal today at the Mitsubishi Giant.
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
All right, here we go. 1st and 15 out of the United Valley timeout. Motion man behind the line of scrimmage. Greg Schilling and Dimitri Worthington hands it off, and Hawk spins off a tackle. Should have been tackled for a loss as he got away from Homer Center's Eli Butterly, and he moves ahead for about 3 yards. Brady Frazier on the tackle. They spot the football at the 24-yard line, and we may have witnessed the final play of the quarter, but no, the Lions are breaking huddle.
Yeah, Butterly did a nice. That's what the defensive line needs to do, is get the penetration to cut those counters off.
Dylan Stevens in the backfield with Hawk, and they hand it off to Stevens. Stevens bounces it outside and breaks one tackle and gets to about the 20-yard line as the first quarter comes to a close. So United, as we start the second, will be faced with third down and about 7 to go when we come back. After one, Homer Center nothing, United Valley nothing. Thanks to friends of Jim Struzzi for presenting the first quarter. Second quarter action coming up in a minute on the Renda Media Football Network.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
Even to the best of us, at least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819.
Homer has to respond now. That's how this game's played, I believe.
Jason Werrick kicking off for United Valley. And it's an end-over-end short kick. And Mills takes it on the run at the 20. Left sideline 30, 35-yard line, so pretty good field position. Good job by Mills to come up and catch that ball.
Yeah, very good. It hits, it's probably pinning Homer deep. They don't need that nonsense right now. They need to get back to what they were doing early on.
So that first quarter had only 2 possessions.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's wrong. 3.
There were 3. United's first one was brief, but they sure made up for that second one.
Last year's 2-8 record for Homer Center. Their first regular season losing record since 2011. 1st and 10. And Dunn. He looks to pass for the first time. He's going to throw down the left sideline into double coverage, and it's broken up. Will Jones, the intended receiver.
Hit on the play. Ball intended for
Bedridge. And who else was on that coverage for United? Ethan Luco, the cornerback. So it'll be 2nd down and 10, and we have an injury, and it's maybe a cramp for Braden Dunn. So we will take a timeout as well. 11:35 left in the first half. United has scored first. They lead the Homer Center Wildcats 6-0. Coming back as they attend to Braden Dunn inside the 30-yard line toward the United sideline. We'll come back with more after this on the Renda Media Football Network.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman from Indiana.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
People
say I'm too serious. Those funny ads for car insurance do nothing for me. I like Erie Insurance. It's serious and good. Great rate, legendary service, accident forgiveness. Not one, but 8 reasons to switch. Woohoo! See, I can get as excited as the next guy.
Your local Erie Insurance agent in Indiana is Mark Bebis at the Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261.
Or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
The second quarter made possible by State Senator Joe Pittman. Proud to support all of our students in the 41st District. Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
Well, done off the field under his own power. Quarterback is sophomore Carson Arone. Steps in, and he's going to hand it off to Mills. Mills cuts it up, gets to about the 39-yard line for a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6 to go. Out of town scoreboard. Donovan Watt, by the way, on that tackle. Out of town scoreboard, end of 1. All of these scores: Marion Center 6, Portage nothing, Cambria Heights 7, River Valley nothing, and Penns Manor 6, Conemaugh Valley nothing. That's the same score that we have here. Third down and about 6 to go for Homer Center. Carson Arone takes the shotgun snap, fires over the middle. Flag comes in late, and
pass ball's incomplete. Intended for Jones.
Intended for Diggin Fedoric. Flag going to go against Homer Center. Probably will be declined.
Preliminary is a motion.
Flag on the Wildcats is a legal motion.
Tough to come in and make a completion early on until you get into the game a little bit. That was just Carson's second play. A little high on the throw.
Carson has grown a little bit from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Big discussion here. You'd think it would be a pretty easy decision.
Yeah, I would say. 3rd and 6. They're going to punt.
Still no. I don't know that the official ever said decline.
He's holding the fist, so that's 4th down.
Illegal motion. Finally,
they declined. They took the down. That's the thing to do.
So the Wildcats will punt it away. Whoa, they have the offense. Now they're going to send out the punt team. I was going to say.
This is another first game problem here. Switching around.
Brady Fraser, the punter, back deep for the United Lions. Shaden Oleska. And also Rylan Garver. Long snapper for Homer Center, Danny Jones. And now there's a whistle.
Homer was totally confused, Mark.
Is there a flag or a timeout called?
I think they called timeout.
United Valley with the timeout. 10:41 to play here in the first half. United Valley 6, Homer Center Wildcats nothing on an IRMC High School Sports Night, and also on Renda Digital TV, presented by the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. Coming back to Memorial Field after this on the Renda Media Football Network.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
Dan Jones, he stands at his own 25. Snap is true. And Fraser's kick, low end over end, taken at the 30-yard line by Garver. Sidesteps a tackler, 40, 45, 50. Gets by Fraser to the 40, to the 30, to the 25, 20. And they will be set up in the red zone. Tackle on the far side of the field. by Homer Center's Gabe Rufner, I believe.
Chased down by number 60.
Yeah, they had him pinned up here when he first caught the ball, but he broke through.
Big punt return.
From the 31 mark.
19, let's see, 29, 39, 49, about 51-yard punt return.
Penn's Manor 6, Conemaugh Valley nothing.
That's not good if you're a Wildcat fan. Give up field position. Cannot be doing that.
Rylan Garber. And we go back to play here on a 1st and 10. With the football, I was looking down at my notepad. I missed the ball carrier, Ward. It was Colin Nedrich on the carry. On the tackle, Caden McAnally.
And this is about the 3rd time now, Mark. I've seen Homer's defensive line miss the tackle in the backfield. They're diving at their feet, they're missing them, and they end up gaining 5 or 6 yards, the Lions do. It's good running, but it's poor tackling.
2nd down and 10, H-back to the right is Stevens. They hand it to Nedrich. Nedrich again with his arms around him. Caden McAnally.
And it's McAnally again.
For Homer Center. Josh Voluchik hit him initially, but he gets down to about the 12-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 to go. Inside of 10 minutes. First half, 6-0 Lions looking for more.
Wildcats need a big stop here. Somebody needs to get in there and tackle for a loss. And the operative word is tackle.
Ethan Luco, receiver to the left. Slot receiver is Greg Schilling. Fullback is Hawk. Sidecar left, Stevens. They give it to Hawk. Bounces it outside to the 10-yard line and has a 1st down, I do believe.
Struck down by number 54.
On the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats, Jackson Taylor, junior, 5'10", 194-pound defensive end.
Nice cut back by Hawk on that run there. He was going to his left and cut it back to his right and had 5 yards easily on that cut. Nice job.
Football at about the 7-yard line, it appears. Hawk lines up as the pistol back, and they give it up the middle. And with the football, Dylan Stevens stacked up after a short gain. Stevens last year, 235 yards rushing on 42 attempts. He had 3 touchdowns. Josh Voluchik on the tackle, inside linebacker for the Homer Center Wildcats. They spotted at the 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
I think this stage of the game, the way Homer's offense is kind of sputtering now, the defense needs to stop the Lions from getting in there.
Fullback is Dylan Stevens, pistol back again, Hawk. And they fake it. Dimitri Worthington keeps it, lunges toward the goal line. He's in for a touchdown. Showed some pretty good wills, good vision, and he has a touchdown. He had just 1 on the ground last year. He has his first already this year, and it comes 4 minutes and 1 second into the 2nd quarter. It's 12-0. It was all set up by the outstanding punt return of Rylan Garber.
Nice job of faking up the middle there. Homer's defense sucked right in, and he just got wide and took it in.
They're going to kick it again out of placement. Colin Nedrich, the kicker. Snap is put down, and the kick is up. This one is strong, and it looks good, and it is good. Teams come upfield. United Valley has scored on back-to-back possessions, and they lead the Homer Center Wildcats 13-0 as we go to break on an IRMC High School Sports Night right here on the Renda Media Football Network.
I've always been a very hard worker, and I thought that there was something that smart people that work hard could do differently with the money that you've worked so hard to earn. I consulted First Commonwealth Bank. They said, absolutely there is. And then they called us with a program that was directly suited for us. I've been able to enjoy what I've worked a lifetime to create, and I've done all that with the help of First Commonwealth Bank.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman. owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
Summary, 5 plays, 19 yards, took 2 minutes, 35 seconds. They were 1 for 1 on third down. And it's 13-0 with 7:59 left in the first half. Werrick has it teed up for the United Valley Lions, and he approaches the football. End over end kick, this one a little bit deeper. Going to be taken at the 15 by Brian Mills to the 20, 25, 30. And the loose at the 35. Breaks a tackle at the 40. And out over the 45 to the 47-yard line. Good job by Brian Mills to set Homer Center up. On the tackle, it was Peyton McElwee. Yes, the coach's son, Lou McElwee, in his first season. Interesting talk with Lou. 5 years with the U.S. Army. Fought in Baghdad, led troops, and helped to shape him as a human being. And he told me after the interview, and I thought about it driving back over the hill from United Wednesday night, he said, you know, I was a little bit nervous, to be honest with you, with that interview. And I got to thinking, driving back, man, with what you've been through, I wouldn't be nervous over an interview with Mark Burdick.
See what you do to people.
I guess I have that.
You're like the Ayatollah.
From the 48-yard line, the Wildcats will start the drive, and Braden Dunn, no worse for wear, back in there and hands it off. No, he's going to run the read option and keep it into United territory. He's dragged down from behind, but not before he gets about 5 yards. Braxton Jelly on the tackle. Shirk also being announced by public address announcer Chris Garatano. Shirk 305, Jelly 245, and it was a little bit of Smuckers there on Braden Dunn.
That's what Braden brings, though, is he's a good runner, hard runner. He'll pick yardage up for you, and Homer needs to score on this drive.
Beluchik in the backfield, and they hand it to him, stacked up, but he fights for yardage, gets to the 45 of United, but he'll be 3 yards shy of a first down. Homer Center started out well enough. United 3 and out, and then drove and came up empty, or this is a different looking football game right now. 13-0 United Valley, the defending Heritage Conference champions. Let's see what the Wildcats do. Deegan Fedoric, receiver at the bottom of your screen if you're watching on Renda Digital TV. Danny Jones, and up at the top is twin brother Will Jones. They throw out in the flat, and nice read, good tackle by the United Lions as Brian Mills caught it, but coming up to greet him, outstanding by strong side linebacker Ryan Garver. And now it'll be 4th down for Homer Center. You think you'd have to punt it away here. It's going to be 4th and 6 at the United Valley 48-yard line. Ward, I think you have to punt.
Yeah, and unfortunately that's true, Mark. They really needed to move the ball and score on that drive if they want to stay in this ballgame. United's got everything going right now, but they didn't. That was too easy to defend. I think they just followed the motion and was right there for it.
Garver, who has a 51-yard punt return, back deep to receive the punt from Frazier. Good kick. Fair catch called for and handled. And we should have immediate timeout here at the 15-yard line. Fair catch called for, immediate timeout on the field with 5:46 remaining in the first half. United Valley Lions 13, Homer Center Wildcats nothing. Back with more after this on the Renda Media Football Network.
Indiana Total Therapy has been helping Indiana Indians athletes for years, and they wish the team the best of luck in the state playoffs. ITT is a full-service outpatient rehab facility with services including physical, occupational, and speech therapy, athletic training, pediatric rehab, sports performance programs, and so much more. Indiana Total Therapy's 3 facilities are fully staffed and equipped to deliver optimal results. ITT, proud partners with the Indiana Area School District.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
With you in our S&T Bank broadcast booth, People Forward Banking, S&T Bank. Want to thank Grand Beginnings Children's Center, too. They are doing the Points for Kids again this year, donating $1 for every point scored during our 4 Friday night broadcast to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive, 46th annual Teddy Bear Fund Drive. $13 in this game so far, and they're racking it up around our Renda Radio Network tonight. Thank you, Grand Beginnings. United Valley will begin this drive at the 15-yard line, and Dimitri Worthington hands it off. There's a fumble, and let's see, I think it might have been Worthington that jumped back on it. Let's see. It was. That ball squirted backwards.
Good eyes, Mark. Wildcats had 2 guys there, but Worthington beat him to the punch. That'd have been a big play, obviously. Big down here. Homer D needs to stop him.
Loss of just about 4 yards on that play. 5:10 or 5:20. My eyes aren't that good, Ward. On the scoreboard, it's 13-0.
First
United
game.
Valley. First game for everybody.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Dylan Stevens in the backfield. They have sidecars left and right, and Dimitri Worthington hands it off to Hawk. And Hawk into the secondary to the 20, up to the 22-yard line. Big chunk of yardage.
Brought down by number 30, Riley Kovar.
And I'm going to correct myself. That runner was Shaden Aleska, 16, I believe. Let's double check it.
Correction on the runner was number 16, Shaden Aleska.
That's way too much. Got outside. How that happened, I do not know, but he did, and they're down to a very makeable 3rd and 2.
Gain of 12 on that play. And that is 16, is it not? Sidecar left. He's going to... Oh, no, that is 36 there, I believe. Yep, it is Stevens. And Stevens up to the 39-yard line. Big gain of 16 yards. So back-to-back punishing runs.
As well as Riley Kovar on the stop.
I'm wondering if that wasn't Stevens. It was 36 and not 16 on that other run.
I don't know. He wasn't that big, I don't think. Maybe. Could have been. Could have been.
It was? Okay. Chris Garatano says, my eyes did not deceive me. So 19 yards there to the 39-yard line.
The same malady that Homer's D had last year. They'd stop 1 or 2 plays and they'd give up a big one. And you never could stop a drive that way.
Stevens, good defense that time by Homer Center. Busting through and blowing up that play for the Homer Center Wildcats was Josh Voluchik. That's what you like to see, Ward, from Homer Center's perspective. Your linebackers being active, making plays, making good reads, and that time Voluchik did just that.
Get into that bow, shoot a gap, plug a hole, do something that would confuse the offense a little in their blocking schemes. Right now they're not doing that, and they're waiting. You wait, you're going to get run over.
Homer Center will receive the second half kickoff. Dimitri Worthington, the sophomore Q, waits the snap from Max McConville, and he hands it off to Hawk, and Hawk is stacked up and going to be tackled for a loss. Caden McAnaldy's had a pretty good first half for the Homer Center Wildcats, and there's the 11-60 combo, this time 11, Sean Voluchik on the tackle, a loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 11 to go.
You got to move that yard marker out. I guess it's all right. Looks off from here.
Yeah, it sure does. Well, let's see if Worthington goes up top again. 1 for 1 in the game. Jarrett, passing.
Yeah.
Quick stats brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. Set up that touchdown score. Worthington boots to his right. Has running room if he wants it. And he's backside pressure coming down. He throws, and it's caught in Homer Center territory for a first down by Peyton McElwee. Coach Lou's son with the pickup. And a gain of 18 yards on the play to the 43 of Homer Center. Nice pass and a good reaction by Peyton McElwee to haul it in.
Homer blitzed, but they blitzed from the backside, and there's no way they're going to chase them all the way across the field and disrupt the play, and that's what happened. He just stretched it out and made a nice pass out there, good catch. Had they blitzed from the other end, that play would have been blown up, but it wasn't.
Worthington on the read option keeps it, breaks the tackle, and gets to about the 40-yard line. Going to be a gain of a couple.
Frazier and number 28, Cody
So
Bell
18 yards on that pass.
Gain of 4,
Gain of 4 there. It'll be second down. They do give them the 40-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 6, 1:40. Clock moving here on this gorgeous night. Wasn't a cloud in the sky when we came on. And
beautiful night for football.
We'll have our Wildcats flashback feature coming up at halftime. Brought to you by Mavericks. And the pass underneath, wide open, is the receiver Greg Schilling. And Schilling has a first down. They'll pick up
pass completed to number 15,
about,
Schilling.
Let's see, line of scrimmage was the 40. Did he get 10 yards? Yeah, 10 yards exactly.
He got to the 30. You know, that's an easy play. We've been preaching that for 3 years. Turn-ins are very hard to stop. The defense is backing up, and then they're trying to come up. The ball's already released. It's an easy completion, 5 yards, first down.
1st and 10, going to pass again. Flushed out of the pocket, comes near side toward the Wildcat bench, throws on the run and short hops his intended receiver. The receiver was Nate Shimshock. Talked to him before the game, and so Chris Garetano, the public address announcer, knows this. How do I know that it's Shimshock? Because it's spelled S-Z-Y-M-U-S-I-A-K, is because I asked him personally. And he said it's Shimshock, and I said, that's a good Polish name.
Good name
I
for
said,
Scrabble.
I know a little bit of Polish pronunciations, and it's not what I expected, to be honest with you. 2nd down and 10. And Dimitri Worthington pass complete to Garber. Good quick hitter, little
it's about
down and
a 6-yard turnout. Easy to play, easy to throw. It's right there. Defense is away.
3rd down and 3.
They got 6 yards on it.
3rd down, yeah, short 4. In the backfield, Colin Nedrich. Twin receivers left and right. They send a man in motion toward the Wildcat sideline, and Dimitri Worthington wants to pass. Little pass, post pattern, cut for a touchdown for the United Lions, splitting the seam for the United Lions. It was Ryan Garber or Luco. Let's see who caught that pass. Luco caught that pass for the United Lions. Ethan Luco. And it is 19-0 with 1:07 left in the first half. Well thrown ball, well executed by United.
Absolutely, threw that on the line. I thought it was going to be into the defense, but didn't see Luco there, and he snagged it in the end zone. Nice play.
Nedrich to attempt the extra point, right-footed soccer-style kicker, and the kick is up. It's strong. It's good.
Is up and good. 1:07 remaining in the first.
United Valley Lions have busted it open here with a big second quarter. 20 points on the board. They will kick off to Homer Center with 1:07 left in the first half. It's now United Valley Lions 20 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing on the Renda Media Football Network.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Burdick has it teed up, and a little squib kick bounces over an up man. It's picked up by Carson Arone inside the 30-yard line, and Carson to the 31-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats will take over. Let's give you the Luther Ford drive summary. Luther Ford driving our touchdown drive summaries all season long. 10 plays, 85 yards, took 4 minutes, 39 seconds. They were 3 for 3 on third down, 4 first downs along the way. They're perfect tonight on third downs, 5 for 5. Quick Stats brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. Time to be first, and that's been a reoccurring theme for Homer Center the past year or two.
Exactly.
Can't get off the field on third down.
Just make 2 good plays and then give up 1 big one, and that's exactly what happened there. They had them maybe stopped and gave up the big pass.
Braden Dunn awaiting the shotgun snap from Zach Wilson. Pretty good protection, and he's going to throw down the left sideline for Will Jones, but it's intercepted by the United Lions. It was Cole McGinnis, and McGinnis has the football at the 35-yard line where he goes down, and United's going to get a crack at it again.
Homer had a penchant for throwing deep balls last year also, and as you saw what the Lions did, just marched down, made those short passes, kept moving the ball, and they scored. Those deep balls, they're fine, but they're being covered, so you got to do something else.
United Valley has used a couple of timeouts. There's 58 seconds to go. They're at their own 35-yard line. Dimitri Worthington takes the snap. They take the out away. Now he throws underneath and has a receiver, and that is Rylan Garber. And Garber, short gain. Ocean Maritita forces him out of bounds. 8-yard pickup. 53 seconds left here in the first half. It's 20-0 United Valley. Braden Dunn in. Cody Bell out. Clock stopped. Worthington takes the shotgun snap, fires over the middle, and it's deflected away nicely by Will Jones. Good play by Will, breaking. It looked like he was going to be open. Ethan Luco, who caught that touchdown pass, but good job by Jones to get his paw in there and knock it away.
Yeah, that was headed for some big yards. Had he not.
So it'll be 3rd down and 2. Luco comes as a receiver left. From the shotgun, they hand it off up the middle to Stevens. Breaks a tackle, has a first down to the 50, and inside Wildcat territory to about the 36-yard line. And United Valley is going to take their final timeout with 44 seconds. We'll keep it here. At IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville's Urgicare, they fast-track you and get you quick access to their team of medical experts. Highly trained and ready to treat all minor injuries and illnesses, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge offers the full spectrum of Urgicare 7 days a week from 8 to 8. Enough with the waiting game. You can count on IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Old Route 22 in Blairsville, where you can get in, get out, get better. Part of the IRMC family. Better health, better life. Our timeouts here in the first half being sponsored by Luxembourg's Jewelry. And this timeout brought to you by Luxembourg's in the Indiana Mall and downtown Indiana, serving Indiana and the surrounding area just about as long as Ward Hilliard has been walking this earth, back to 1916.
Wow, dinosaurs were trotting along when I was there.
United Valley now 6 for 6 on third downs.
Ouch. And that has pretty much spelled the game.
One other score into us at the end of the first quarter. Conemaugh Township 21, West Shamokin nothing.
Ooh.
Motion man Luco. No timeouts for United. Worthington looking to pass. Flag flies. Rolls to his right toward the United bench. Hit from behind, and his pass intended for Luco, who ended up on the far sideline on a crossing pattern. It's incomplete, and we may have a hold on United Valley.
Good guess, Mark. I think it's exactly what it was. The side judge there pointing to United's side. Oh, they just called procedure. Oh, I thought they were holding on that blocking scheme there. That's what I know. That's why I'm up here making mistakes.
Illegal motion on the Lions.
So motion penalty, 4th 5-yard penalty on United.
Hasn't hurt them. They've managed to overcome that, and they played almost a perfect first half after that first drive.
They decline it. I'd push him backward because, 36 seconds on the clock, longer field.
They're giving up chunks of yardage as it is. They want to buy the down.
Coming to you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth, our new broadcast position. How about that? People forward banking, Renda Media moving forward in the box here.
Yeah, and they fixed the stairs.
Yeah, new steps.
It's really a concern last year.
One renovation after another.
I'll tell you.
2nd down and 10. Wide side of the field toward the Homer Center bench, and Worthington dances around, throws off his back foot incomplete, and there's a flag coming in as well. With 31.3 seconds left.
And there's a flag on the play.
Well, that was downfield. Or down from where the play was. It wasn't actually downfield, but there was a big lineman standing there all by his lonesome, and that's a flag come in. So I don't know. He may grab somebody.
We'll be right back here in the same spot next week, which makes it good for Postgame, Ward, because we can just leave everything here, and how about that? And then we'll hit the road in week 3. I forget,
folks, you see, this is like a circus. we back up. It's a circus.
Next week, Marion Center will come here. Good season expected for Marion Center. And then on the road back-to-back weeks for the Wildcats at Penns Manor for our semi-annual Halupke trip. And then out to Purchase Line.
Let's hope.
2nd down and 20.
Oh, I'm sure they'll come through.
There was a hold there, Mark, so that extends this to a 2nd and long.
Thank Ted Maseko, our camera up above us and down on the field. Chris Yonner did some great work in the preseason for us, helping us with information and fumble on the play. Let's see who comes up with that football. As Stevens got to midfield, clock continuing to run. And I think maybe Lou McElwee, well, he can't stop it anyway. And now the officials will stop it. And it will be 3rd down and 15.
It was recovered by the Lions.
Lions recovered the fumble. So they have fumbled it twice, and they restart the clock, and we have seen the final play of the first half.
Wisely, they're just going to...
Coming up on our halftime show, we will have stats, first half recap, and our Wildcat flashback feature. We'll tee that up, brought to you by Mavericks. United owned the second quarter. All 20 of their points put on the board in the second. Teams head to the locker room. How on earth will United Valley fit 53 into that little tiny team room here at Memorial Field? But they're going to shoehorn them in there somehow, I would imagine. They have it. They don't care because they have it going their way after 2 quarters of play here at Memorial Field. It's the United Valley Lions 20 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing. Stay with us for our SCG halftime report coming up next on the Renda Media Football Network.
Hi, my name is Zachary, and this is the bus that I take to school every day. It's a Smith bus. We have a really fun bus driver, and guess what? Smith Bus Company is hiring new bus drivers.
That's right. Smith Bus Company is hiring positions for full and part-time drivers and driver's assistants. They provide transportation for 6 area school districts, and they're proud of the work they do. Apply now at smithbusco.com, equal opportunity employer.
I'm Senator Joe Pittman. From Indiana to Westmoreland and Jefferson to Armstrong counties, I'm dedicated to supporting every student in the 41st District. As Senate Majority Leader, I'm committed to ensuring our kids have the opportunities they deserve, whether it's excelling in athletics or engaging in extracurricular activities or achieving academic excellence. Together, we're building a strong foundation for our children's future. I appreciate your support and encourage you to vote, whether by mail or in person, on election.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowds of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a Trusted Choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
More choices and more savings at Walbeck Insurance. 479-9378. 479-9378.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Memorial Field, 20-0. United Valley leading the Homer Center Wildcats at the half. The United Valley Marching Band, also a co-op like the football program. So you have some blue uniforms, blue and white, and some black and silver, the colors at the Blacklick Valley School District. Warden, they put out a good sound.
Yes, they do. It's a nice-sized band, and they're doing a nice job out there.
Your impressions of the first half?
Well, I think United was very methodical. I think they did everything that they needed to do. After that first drive, they converted 6, was it? Third down opportunities out of 6 tries. And, the Wildcats just had the same problems last year. They could not get off the field. 2 good plays on D and then a bad one. And you can't do that. You got to be more consistent. You got to give the other team something to worry about. Too predictable. And the Lions, their execution was terrific. The Homer needs to come out. If they get the ball, they've got to find some way to drive down and put one on the board, and maybe that could change the complexion a little bit.
When our SCG Hobby halftime show continues, we'll come back and recap the first half of action for you. We'll do that when we return with United Valley leading 20-0 over the Homer Center Wildcats. Our SCG Hobby halftime show continues after this on the Renda Media Football Network.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd Semi-Annual Floor Sample Sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowds of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Great position at the United Valley 35-yard line. They possessed the ball 9 plays and 29 yards, but they stalled at the 6-yard line, and that was a tough break for Homer Center because it kind of flipped the momentum in the game, and the United Lions then took over the balance of the first half. Starting at their own 7, they got a big pass play on a 3rd down and 9, worked it all the way down the field, and they had a 1st and goal, and it was Skylar Hawk that got the United Valley Lions on the board early in the second quarter. Sidecar to the right of Dimitri Worthington. He gets the handoff, cuts it back, spins toward the end zone, looks like he's in, and he is. Touchdown. Just got over that goal line, and the United Lions very impressively drive 13 plays and 93 yards, and they grab the lead in this football game 6-0 with 11:44 to play in the first half. Drive took 4 minutes and 49 seconds. Wildcats went 3 and out, had to punt it away. United Valley, Rylan Garber, outstanding return of 51 yards to the Homer Center 18-yard line, and it took them 5 plays to get in, and Dimitri Worthington, the sophomore quarterback, called his own number. And they fake it. Dimitri Worthington keeps it, lunges toward the goal line. He's in for a touchdown. Showed some pretty good wills, good vision, and he has a touchdown. He had just 1 on the ground last year. He has his first already this year, and it comes 4 minutes and 1 second into the second quarter. It's 12-0. It was all set up by the outstanding punt return of Rylan Garber. Nedrich's extra point made it 13-0 at that point. 5-play, 19-yard drive. Wildcats got a good 28-yard kickoff return from Brian Mills. Started at their own 48-yard line, but went 3 and out. 33-yard punt from Brian Fraser. United Valley started at their own 15-yard line, and they had several big 3rd downs. They had a big 19-yard run by Dylan Stevens. 23-yard touchdown pass to Ethan Luco extended the lead on this play. In the backfield, Colin Nedrich. Twin receivers left and right. They send a man in motion toward the Wildcat sideline, and Dimitri Worthington wants to pass. Little pass, post pattern, cut for a touchdown for the United Lions, splitting the seam for the United Lions. It was Ryan Garber or Luco. Let's see who caught that pass. Luco caught that pass for the United Lions. Ethan Luco. Yeah, and it is 19-0 with 1:07 left in the first half. Well thrown ball, well executed by United. Nedrich's extra point made it 20-0, and that's where we stand at the half. The Wildcats threw an interception on their next possession, and United Valley ran out the clock to close out the first half. When we come back, we have a feature. We're going to be doing this all season long, brought to you by our friends at Mavericks. We'll tee it up for you this week and next week, and then it's amazing, the 50th anniversary of the 1974 team. The calendar matches perfectly. September 6th of 1974, September 6th of 2024, and it wasn't until September 6th that Ron Coleman's team played their first game of that spectacular 9-1 season. I talked to Coach Coleman about that season. We will have Wildcats flashback when we return on our SCG Hobby halftime report, with United Valley leading at 20-0 on the Renda Media Football Network.
Dan and Evan.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
Marion Center.
Honor the 50th anniversary of that team coming up in October. But it's kind of interesting. The calendar matches up perfectly. I think Friday, September 6th was your first game in 1974. They start, of course, earlier now. But what do you recall about that 74 ball club? Because there were a lot of great players, and you pretty much steamrolled right through the season until you came upon a rainy night in Ligonier Valley.
Yeah, that's pretty much a quick summary of exactly what happened. It was truly a very memorable year, not only for me, but for quite obviously for the players as well. And we were indeed, in my estimation, the best team in the area that year. We had an abundance of talent, and that obviously was displayed with the 9 wins that we ran up. Unfortunately, the season ended on a sour note at Ligonier, but nonetheless, it was still a great year.
No playoffs or anything like that back then. You know, I look at your schedule back then. You played some big schools, didn't you?
Yeah, we had traditionally been playing schools that were quite a bit bigger, twice our size and more. And that really kind of was the final season for that. A lot of that fell into line with the expansion of the Appalachian Conference into a playoff system eventually. But what it really did for us, it made a county-wide schedule for us, which was beneficial for travel purposes, especially because if you look at the schedule for 74, one of our games being at Somerset, for example, we were traveling quite some distances to play some of those teams. But again, the following year that changed drastically. You were correct because the playoffs didn't really exist. Although they sort of did in a roundabout way, because the year before, which would have been this football season of 73, we did have a playoff game with Laurel Valley. It was rather unique because there was no plans for that at season beginning, and toward the end of the season, they realized there was the 2 best teams were ourselves and Laurel Valley, and they set up a playoff for us in 73. But there was no playoff in 74, strangely enough. And then shortly after that began the playoff system for the Appalachian Conference, which we were in 1977. As you well recall.
Yep, sure do. Coach, we're going to have some fun throughout the season. We'll be doing some video pieces with you, too, to air on Renda Digital TV and simulcast on WCCS Radio. Wildcat Flashback is brought to you by Mavericks in Homer City, and we'll look forward to that night in October, too, when many of the team members come back. I appreciate you doing this.
Oh, thank you very much, Mark. I'm looking forward to it myself.
That's head coach Ron Coleman. Wildcat Flashback, brought to you by Mavericks on Greenville Road. And we're coming back with more on our SCG Hobby Halftime Show right after this on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
United Valley with the lead over the Homer Center Wildcats. And Ward, what about those first half stats, which were tilted toward the United Valley Lions as the first half went on?
Just a tad. Yeah, first of all, kudos to the Homer band there. They're not as big as United, but they still have the big sound here. For the Wildcats, Mills had 5 rushes and 19 yards. Braden Dunn had 6 rushes for 20. Valuchik, 1 carry, no yards. Homer had 12 rushing attempts, 39 yards. That doesn't get it done. Through the air, Braden Dunn, 1 for 4. That was for -2 and included an interception. Homer ended up with a total of 37 offensive yards. That don't win you many games. For United, Stevens rushed 9 times, 87 yards. Hauk had 6 carries, 10 yards, and a touchdown. Nedrich, 4 carries, 17 yards. 1 carry for 8 yards for Shimshock. I love that name. Worthington had 3 carries for 15 and a touchdown. And Alexa, that's a good Irish name. 1 carry for 12 yards, 24 rushing attempts, 145 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground through the air, and 6 of 9 for Worthington. Admirable half, including a 23-yard touchdown pass. So they had a total of 82 on the ground, 145 on the ground, 82 through the air, 227 first half yards. That'll win you some ball games.
227 to the Wildcats 37.
Yep. All too familiar, isn't it?
I don't even know if you'll understand this. Hey, Alaska, what is the score of the game? United Valley 20, Homer Center nothing. Stats lopsided first half. Did you ever ask Alexa?
Alexa's your in-house speaking machine or whatever they're called.
I'm impressed. I am
impressed. I knew that Alexa. Well, they have all kinds of names for those things.
Hey, we want to thank the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, our presenting sponsor on Renda Digital TV. Shot some video down there the other day. Some new ads will be coming out, I believe, next week. Club membership continues to grow each year. Over 1,200 members and going strong, and they're accepting new members too. Voted Best Social Club and Sportsman's Club in the Best of Indiana County Contest 2024. And there's brand new improvements at the club. New air purification system. Same technology that the casinos use. I know you love the casinos. Newly remodeled bar area, new large screen TVs, new flooring, skills games, pools, shuffleboard, darts, and more. And of course, pizza nights every Thursday and Friday during the Wildcat season, all at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. They have a couple of events coming up I want to tell you about too. The old 97 band, Johnny Cash Tribute Band, coming up on September the 7th. New stage at the Twin Cities Event Hall, 7 to 10 p.m. Limited to 200 tickets. Tickets are now on sale. You can call the club for details at 724-479-3985. That concert dance will be open to the public, and you don't have to be a member to attend. And then looking down the road on October 19th, Gun Bash coming up at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. You can call or see them for tickets. And don't forget, Jimmy Sutter, this is for you, the Wellstock Fishing Pond and Shooting Range for members. Again, always accepting new members at the best club in Indiana County. We think they are. We are proud of their support that they give us to make this happen, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club.
It's a good place and doing some wonderful things down there.
That is the SCG Hobby Halftime Report. Stay with us for the start of the second half. It's right around the corner. United Valley will be kicking off to the Homer Center Wildcats, who will look to try to get something going offensively. We'll see if they can do it when we return. 20-0 Lions over the Wildcats on the United Valley Homer Center Wildcat Football Network.
MarionCenterBank.com. Looking for a bank that's rooted in your community? Looking for a bank that has all the latest options that a hometown bank should have? For personal and business banking, home loans and student loans, and fraud protection that's state-of-the-art, trust Marion Center Bank. With locations servicing Indiana, Armstrong, and Cambria counties. Struggling with student loan applications and decisions? Now is the perfect time to inquire about student loans at Marion Center Bank. MarionCenterBank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Here, of course, United Valley over Homer Center. Conemaugh Township Indians 35, West Shamokin nothing. Word, I can tell you that Conemaugh Township, and I know this from a former Wildcat coach, helping us 1 year removed, by the way, Don Mester helping us in the S&T Bank broadcast booth tonight, that very good junior high team. They're now 9th grade. They have 16 freshmen on that roster. I'm not saying they're contributing to what's going on tonight, but they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future. They lead 35-0 over West Shamokin.
Well, they have that Studer person up there, huh?
Grayson Studer. I don't know if he won the starting job, but look for him to develop.
That name's familiar.
Yep. Well, Brandon Studer is the head coach at Conemaugh Township, but he was a prolific athlete, particularly on the basketball hardwoods up the road at Conemaugh Valley. Halftime, River Valley hanging around with Cambria Heights. It's 14-6 Highlanders over River Valley. Halftime, Penns Manor 22, Conemaugh Valley nothing. Halftime, Northern Cambria 14, Purchase Line 6. We understand there was a injury and a long delay. Ambulance needed, that type of thing. So whoever got hurt, we wish them well, and Todd Marino had passed that along. So that is it for our SCG Hobby halftime show. For sure, we're going to come back with the start of the third quarter, which will be brought to you by SeaWorld Satellites of Indiana. We'll do that in 60 seconds right after this on the Renda Media Football Network, with United leading 20-0.
Ready for your next adventure? With Repine Travel, unforgettable memories are just around the corner. November 10th to 16th, immerse yourself in the excitement of Branson, Missouri. Or get swept up in the holiday magic of New York City, December 8th to 10th. And mark your calendars for October 2025. Set sail on a no-fly Islands in the Bahamas cruise aboard the luxurious Symphony of the Seas. Relax and explore the islands like never before. A big thank you to everyone who voted Repine Travel the best travel agency in the best of Indiana County. Book now with
SCG Hobby. It's in the name. Sports cards, comics, gaming, and more. Speaking of more, they also have a huge selection of Legos, board games, Dungeons & Dragons, and Warhammer. Whatever you fancy, they've got you covered. Come join the SCG family for fun events and tournaments nightly, including Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And more. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy at the SCG Hobby nearest you, with locations in Indiana, Latrobe, Altoona, and North Huntington. Find out more by logging into scghobby.com.
Come back, United kicks off, ball goes far sideline. Homer Center did not cover it. It stayed in bounds. I think the return man thought it was going to go out of bounds, Ward Hilliard, on the far side of the field, and incredibly, a disastrous mistake that should never happen at the varsity level, and United Valley will have the football in Wildcat territory.
You're exactly right on that description, Mark. You know, I was watching their alignment for the receiving of the kick, and there's a big 20-yard gap between the second four and those two deep receivers. So that's a lot of space. And that's where he's been kicking the ball. This time it didn't go out of bounds, and it's bad news for Homer.
At the Homer 12-yard line, and with the football coming near side, Dimitri Worthington, and he dives for the goal line right where the G is, and it is a touchdown. What a start in this second half. Homer Center shoots themselves in 22 feet because 11 players didn't recover the kickoff, and United one play. 6 seconds in, they lead 26-0. 12-yard touchdown run, second of the night for Dimitri Worthington.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow. That's just a play that shouldn't have happened. But again, the alignment is such that there's a lot of space there. And he's dropped it in there a couple times. This deep receivers had to come running up to catch the ball to avoid that kind of thing earlier. This time it didn't work.
They'll go for two here, United will. And Dimitri Worthington with the fullback and a pistol back, rolls to his left, looks, throws, and deflected away nicely by Will Jones. Teams come upfield 6 seconds in. Homer Center received the second half kickoff, except they didn't receive the second half kickoff. It wasn't an onside kick attempt, but it turned out even better. United covered it on the far sideline at the 12. One play later, it's 26-0. United Valley over the Homer Center Wildcats right here on the Renda Media Football Network.
What's the most popular 5-passenger SUV in central Pennsylvania? That's an easy one. It's the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, of course. You see them everywhere. I mean everywhere. And why not? It's by far the greatest value on the market. With more standard features than most, great fuel economy, and the best warranty on the planet, buying a new Outlander Sport's an easy choice above all others. You gotta have one. Get your best Mitsubishi deal today at the Mitsubishi Giant.
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Homer Center, this one is covered. A little scary there for the Wildcats, but Drew Fisher jumped on it, and they will start this time at the 25-yard line. Ward, you couldn't ask for a worse start if you're a Homer Center fan.
We said going into the locker room that the Cats need to come out and get the ball and go down and score, and they can make a game of it. That certainly took that and put it in the old kibosh bin. They're going to have a huge mountain to climb right now.
26 points to the 46th annual Teddy Bear Fund Drive, thanks to our friends at Grand Beginnings Children's Center. They are back as one of our big sponsors of high school football on all 4 of our stations every Friday night. Thank you, Grand Beginnings. Let's see what kind of beginning Homer Center can have to this possession, and it's Braden Dunn. Good hard-nosed run. Braden's such a tough kid, lowered the shoulder and picks up about 6 yards or so. Was tackled on the play by Colin Nedridge of the United Valley Lions. Call it a gain of 7 to the 32-yard line.
7, 2nd and 3.
Come right off of that play and run a short out pattern. One of the wideouts is limping over there, the Jones boy.
That would be Will if it's 10, or his twin brother 19. Okay, that's Dan. From the shotgun, H-back to the left, and we have a motion, I think, on Homer Center. As jumping the gun was Colin Doherty, I believe.
Well, when it rains, it pours. You can't afford mistakes. You've already made a huge one, and then you have a motion penalty after a nice gain.
First penalty on Homer Center, so that until this point was one thing that was going well for the Wildcats. They certainly started out well. If you tuned in late, United received the opening kickoff and went 3 and out, and Homer Center played some inspired defense. And then they drove down to the United 6-yard line, but on 4th down opted not to kick the field goal, went for it, lost a yard, and it's been a complete reversal since then. Done to pass, flushed out of the pocket, throws underneath, and it's through the hands of the intended receiver, Deegan Fedoric. So it'll be 3rd down for Homer Center.
Catchable ball there, but unfortunately didn't happen.
United Valley next week, big game for them. Really, it was a springboard for them last year on their way to the Heritage Conference title. They will host the Northern Cambria Colts.
Ooh, that'll be a good ball game.
They beat them last year. It was quite a battle between United Valley. River Valley beat United Valley late in the season, but the tiebreaker at the end of the day, everything went United Valley's way, and then they got upset in the playoffs at home to Mount Union. Done to pass on 3rd down. Pretty good protection. Now flushed out, rolls to the left, has running room in the open at the 35, and a 1st down for Homer Center. And great job by Braden Dunn. It's one of the, and then we have an injury for United Valley. One of the bad parts of things for Homer Center, Ward, is Dunn, if not for being pressed into quarterback duty, such a dynamic athlete as a running back and a wide receiver. Skylar Hawk made that tackle for United, and there's a injury timeout, although they're going to call them back out. The player for United Valley
trotted off
got up pretty quickly.
Yeah, he got whacked out there and just had a little bit of wind knocked out of him, I think, but he hopped right up and ran off the field.
No updates on our out-of-town scoreboard. And now what officials, okay, they're going to reset the play clock is the deal. So United Valley reloading pretty nicely, you would think, from the looks of things. Here comes Brian Mills to the edge. Mills does a good job of just stumbling ahead and getting what he could. Dimitri Worthington, the free safety, and also Skylar Hawk, one of the cornerbacks in Lou McElwee's defense, stopped them, but Mills just about 4 yards on that carry.
Yeah, he'd been able to keep his balance there. He might have had a few more, but he's limping a little bit. That's one thing. We can't afford any injuries either.
2nd down and 6 to go for Homer Center. Dunn takes the shotgun snap from Zach Wilson, keeps it on the read option to the 45, to the 50, and a 1st down. Great job by the grounds crew here at Homer Center. I was here this morning, and they were painting the HC logo, finishing things off. Rylan Garber on the stop, strong side linebacker in the Lions defense.
This field always looks good. I'll say that. It's natural grass. It's well manicured, well taken care of. That was a well-run play, by the way, by Mr. Dunn.
Right at midfield in more ways than one. The ball's at the 50, and it's dead on center. No strong side left or right here. And the give, nope, Dunn keeps it. And inside the 45 to about the 43-yard line. And when you're trailing 26-0, you're just looking to build positives and something to take into next week. Dylan Stevens, their 2nd leading tackler from a year ago, was in on that tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 3 as Dunn starts to pick up some yardage. We'll give you his stats here in a moment.
You're not going to catch up all at once, so you just want to start pecking away, get on the board, get a little momentum. Who knows, a turnover here, things could change.
10 carries, 53 yards now for the super senior Braden Dunn. Fires over the middle, and it's dropped. Pass it should have been caught by Will Jones, and it went through his hands. And Jones is one of the Heritage Conference's top returning receivers with 26 receptions last year for 453 yards and 6 touchdowns. But that one, I'm sure Will would be the first to tell you I should have had it.
Yeah, he should have, and I'm sure he knows that. Well thrown by Braden Dunn right across the middle, and that's been open. Still got an opportunity, 3rd and about 3.
6th inning, Pirates 6, Reds 5 as the pennant pushes on. Boy, they collapsed, didn't they? That's a shame. I never would have expected
I would never expected 10 straight, no.
3rd down and 4. Dunn, read option, does hand it off, and bobbling that ball a little bit as he took the handoff was Mills. And no gain on the play. Good United Valley defense, and on the stop, it was Dylan Stevens again. You talk about active linebackers, Ward. That's what you like to see, the heart and soul of a defense. And you can see Dylan Stevens' number from last year. I have it on my chart, number 2 in tackles. It's easy to see why.
Yeah, and United's been known for those good inside backers for a long, long time.
He has good size, too, at 6 feet, 185 pounds. Dunn to pass, has Will Jones this time. Will hauls it in, breaks the tackle, 35, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Will Jones. 44-yard hookup on 4th and 4. The Wildcats find the end zone, and it's 26-6. The Wildcat fans with something to cheer about here at Memorial Field.
That pass was 5 yards. It's a 5-yard pass across the middle. You see what can happen. You just got to throw the short and complete and miss tackle. Next thing, it's a touchdown. We've been preaching that for a while, haven't we?
Well done by Dunn and Will Jones.
Yeah, absolutely. And boy, was that needed. It's too bad they had to give up that gift touchdown.
Caden McAnulty checks in. Let's see the foot of the sophomore kicker, Brian Frazier, out of the hold of Braden Dunn, long snapper Dan Jones. And the kick, we're not going to see the foot because there was great penetration and really no chance to get the kick off.
Bad snap.
Bad snap. It was low, too, is right. Well, the teams come upfield. Wildcats are on the board. A 44-yard touchdown pass from Braden Dunn to Will Jones on an IRMC High School Sports Night. Renda Digital TV presented by the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club right here on the Renda Media Football Network.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
You at Memorial Field drive summary driven by Luther Ford Lincoln right up over the hill from Memorial Field. 9 plays, 75 yards for Homer Center. Took 3 minutes and 42 seconds, 3 first downs. Big conversion on 4th down. 4th and 4, a 44-yard pass to Will Jones. Frazier has it teed up, and the kick is a good one. It's going to drive him back inside the 10-yard line, and fumbling it and picking it up for the United Valley Lions, it is Logan Lichtenfels. He's in the loose at midfield. He's at the 40, heading toward the left sideline. He's heading toward the goal line at the 15, the 10, the 5, a touchdown. 91-yard kickoff return by Logan Lichtenfels, the junior 5'11", 170-pounder, and they answered just like that. It's 32-6 United Valley. Logan Lichtenfels putting on a show.
They run past the play, and there's nobody there.
And he fumbled it. Ward picked it up.
Yeah,
91 yards.
He just ran straight ahead, which was the frustrating part. So he had nothing to slow him down, and it was a 70-yard sprint.
You get a good kicker who can, he's going to get better too, Frazier. You got to cover. You just have to cover. And it's been an Achilles heel for Homer Center really for a number of years, kick coverage. It's a shame.
It has been, and that was you give a great kid credit for running it back that way, but there was nobody that laid a hand on him. He could have been tag football.
Medrich's extra point is up. Did it catch the right upright? It did. It is good, and it's 33-6 United Valley. From our S&T Bank broadcast booth, relationship banking, one customer at a time. Our coverage will continue on an IRMC high school sports night. Lions, they haven't they've one play this half. They have 2 touchdowns. It's 33-6 Lions over the Wildcats on the Renda Media Football Network.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put.
Points scored during our 4 broadcasts. Grand Beginnings Children's Center donates $1 for every point to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. We say thank you, Grand Beginnings Children's Center.
39 of them right now.
33. Oh, yeah, 39. You're right. Have to add them up, Mr. Burdick. Bouncing ball, and Voluchik picks it up, and Voluchik is going to go down on the tackle on the kick coverage team, Shaden Aluska. And Ward, that you mentioned on the pregame, the ball's pointed and takes funny bounces. There was some evidence of that.
Oh, boy, when it's going bad, it's going bad. That ball just hopped over the guy who was going to pick it up and run it back, and then we're fortunate not to fumble it again.
27-yard line for Homer Center.
This isn't that bad a club, Homer, but, you make mistakes like that, and there's just no way you're going to stay in any kind of a game.
First down and 10 at the 27-yard line. Done from the shotgun. Zach Wilson, the senior center. They hand it off, and with the football, it is Brian Frazier in the backfield. And good run. Brian has excellent wills, and he gets to the 36-yard line, a gain of 9 yards on first down on the tackle, Drew Gadula. Gadula, left defensive end.
I thought he might have a shot at playing quarterback to keep Dunn at the running back position this year. They decided not to do that.
Well, there was they gave him 3 guys a chance in preseason camp, and accuracy, I think, was a problem. He will get better. He'll get time probably in JV games, but just not quite ready yet. And he gets the handoff. He can help in this area, though, with the good speed that he has. And he has a first down as he took that handoff and was run out of bounds into the Homer Center Wildcat bench right down below our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People forward banking. So they force him out of bounds, but at the 44-yard line, a new set of downs for the Wildcats.
He's a good athlete. He's a great swimmer. He showed some running skills there, not only by running the ball, but he took a hit and just never went down, just kept going until they pushed him out of bounds.
A couple of weeks ago out at Northern Cambria, if they'd have tried to scrimmage after the heavy rains, that swimming could have come in handy. First and 10 at the 44, wide side of the field toward the United bench. This time he is met by Logan Lichtenfels, who now makes his presence known on defense. One thing that Coach Lou McElwee told me with the roster of 53, he said it's so great in practice, our ones are going against ones. They're being pushed all the time.
Yeah, that does make a difference, absolutely.
And they've rotated some bodies in there tonight on both sides of the ball. Second down and 14. Sidecar is Frazier, and Dunn takes the shotgun snap, throws out in the flat and through the hands. Tough chance for Riley Cobaugh. Pretty well defended, too, by Rylan Garber. So it'll be third down and 14. The Heritage Conference, I wrote about it in the Renda Media Preview magazine. The Heritage Conference has a problem on their hands, and this isn't to take anything away from United Valley, but these co-op schools, you look at the enrollments, and River Valley's not a co-op, but a merger, Salzburg and Blairsville, 191 boys. 182 for Marion Center, West Shamokin, United Valley right up around there. The smaller schools now, Homer Center, Penns Manor, right around 100 or less. It's tough.
Yeah, it is.
Dunn, good job to elude pressure. Comes near side, but can't get past Michael Monty, the weak side linebacker, who stops him, as it turns out, right near the line of scrimmage. And as we approach the midway point of this third quarter, it's going to be fourth down, and Homer Center will have to punt it away, trailing 33-6.
Braden limping again. He may have a little cramping problem again. He's coming off the field.
Yeah, he's a gamer. Oh, by the way, we want to thank his mom, Krista. We
yes.
heard about the famous chili. Well, we now have the famous chili to take home with us. Thank you, Krista Dunn. We'll put that to use, right?
I'm sure going to.
It'll be temporary, but because it'll be gone. High kick from Frazier, and fair catch called for. 5:50 to play in the quarter. A 39-yard punt and no return, and we have immediate timeout on the field. With the score, United Valley 33 and the Homer Center Wildcats 6. Our coverage brought to you by the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Renda Digital TV and IRMC on WCCS. It will continue after this on the Renda Media Football Network.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Seeing is believing with SeaWorld satellites, and seeing is believing if you're a United Valley Lion fan tonight. They're liking what they're seeing. 33-6 They are laying one on the Homer Center Wildcats in this season opener, and they hand it off, and with the football for the United Valley Lions is Shaden Aleska. And Aleska has about 10 or 11 yards, but on the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats, Ocean Maritia for the Homer Center Wildcats. Cornerback, and it is enough for a first down as Aleska kind of walks off the field.
He got whacked pretty good. Marietta put a hit on him.
Trainer will probably ask Aleska, what's hurting? 5.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. It's only the first game, too, Wart.
I got you.
Here we go from the 34-yard line. They have a pistol back and a fullback to the right, and they give it, to that sidecar. That is
number 8.
The right side of the chart. 9. Number 9, it is Nate Shimshock. Nice young man. He helped me with all of the pronunciations before the game. He was stretching, and I walked up to him. I said, number 9, how do you say your last name? Tackle was made by Sean Voluchik. That 74 team that we're going to chronicle all season long, Sean and Josh's grandfather, Rich Sticky Lawson, was a member of that team. The give is to Shimshock again, and Shimshock is met by Brian Fraser. They never do get him down, but good defense by Brian Fraser. Now there's a flag. It's probably going to go on Homer Center. That'll be a personal foul unsportsmanlike on Homer Center and completely unnecessary. I'm not sure who the guilty party was. Personal foul on Homer Center, and that'll be a 15-yard mark-off. That will not make Greg Page happy.
Well, in the player's defense, the runner wasn't trying to give up. He was still struggling to get on it, and after the whistle, though, you got to stop.
15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
And that's what he's explaining right now to Coach Page.
Lions first down.
Said, I had him stop. They didn't blow the whistle.
Yeah. Well, you got to control your emotions. I like the fire, but you got to have controlled fire, too. And that march takes it into Homer Center territory to the 47-yard line. Sidecar to the left of Dimitri Worthington, and Dimitri's going to keep it. Come near side, gets by one defender, and now he's dragged down. Good sure-handed tackle by Carson Arone. Defensive coordinator Tony Arone's son, a sophomore, 5'10", 151-pounder. Gain of about 3 on that play. It'll be second down and 7 from the Wildcat 44 with 4:10 clock moving in the third quarter. 33-6 our score. United Valley over Homer Center.
But penetration again failed to make the tackle, though, and that allowed him to pick up some yardage.
Second down and 7 for United Valley. Motion man, and they're going to toss it to Nedrich. And Nedrich is stacked up after about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Marietta in on the stop.
Well, as a corner, you just hate seeing those big backs come around.
Ocean Marietta on the tackle. Nedrich, a senior, 5'10", 175, looks a little bit bigger, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's bigger than he was last year, that's for sure. But he keeps having to take on players like that. He's going to be limping off the field.
Cornerback on the near side, Colin Doherty. Carson Arone in there. Brady Fraser, cornerback on the, or linebacker on the opposite side. Cornerback. Let's see where he's lined up. They give it to Nedrich. Nedrich backs his way. Going to be close to a first down. It will depend on the spot as we reach the 3-minute mark in this third quarter. On the tackle, Eli Butterly of the Homer Center Wildcats.
Gain of 3, 4th down and 1.
4th down and a yard. No updates yet on our out-of-town scoreboard. 4th down at the Wildcat 38-yard line. Nedrich in the backfield. Dimitri Worthington hands it off. No, he read option, comes near side, and Brady Frazier has him and flings him down. Helmet comes off. It'll be enough for a first down to the 42-yard line.
Down by number 2, Brady Frazier.
Good job by Brady, but good job by Worthington to fight for that yard. Worthington, pretty good size. They listed him at 5'9". He, too, looks a little bit bigger.
I think he is.
Sometimes these rosters, I wonder if they get updated all of the time. His brother Isaac, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, was a quarterback last year and had a good year, rushing for 575 yards, throwing for just under 700, had some injury problems. They are going to measure, so maybe I was a little premature on that first down call with 2:22 left.
That'd be about the only thing that's gone right for the Cats here. Nice play by Frazier, though. You got to give him credit. It was a good play fake. Looked like Worthington was going to have no problem, but Brady come up and stiffed him. If he stiffed them enough here.
Let's see. They stretch it out. And
I think he did stiff them enough.
First down.
That had to be by the paint.
Fans since 2009, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville has been there for you and your family. With convenient access, Urgent Care is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., but that's not all. They simply offer you more than neighboring clinics with seamless access to the main hospital campus, IRMC in Indiana. Enough with the waiting game. You can count on IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Old Route 22 in Blairsville. Get in, get out, get better. That's what the Wildcats are going to hope to do next week against Marion Center. They trail 33-6 here. New set of downs for United and a new quarterback, I believe. Yes, it is a new quarterback, and they give it to Stevens. Stevens trying to be dragged down, and they finally get him down. That
Stevens on the carry.
Quarterback is Eli Sheasley, a 6'3", 185-pound sophomore.
Ooh, it's a big boy.
Update, speaking of Marion Center coming to town next week, 21-0, they lead Portage, end of 3.
Ooh, that's interesting.
2 minutes remaining here. United Valley trying to put this game into the mercy rule. Is it 30?
35, I think.
35. Yeah. The give to Stevens, and Stevens fights for yardage. Wildcats try to get him down, and they can't look at him go inside the 15, and that's want to on Stevens' part. He wanted that a little bit more maybe than the team wearing black and white that is wearing down right now, Ward.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a good description right now, Mark.
9, 2nd and 1.
Well, they'd have to
been playing
score.
Defense too long.
They'd have to score and get a 2-point conversion to put this into the mercy rule. Second down, 8-yard gain. Talk about hard-earned yards. Dimitri Worthington back in at quarterback. Nedrich and Stevens in the backfield. Second down and 2, and Dimitri hands it off to Stevens, and Stevens hit right at the point of attack, bounces off a tackle, and has a first down near the 10-yard line as we move under 1 minute. Clock stopped while they move the chains. They'll throw the chains down. They just need the yard marker now on first and goal right at the 10-yard line. On that tackle was middle linebacker Cody Bell.
Stevens on the carry. Bell at the bottom of the pile that time on the stop. First and goal for the
First and goal for the Lions. They put, 46 on the board last year against Homer Center.
Yeah, they did. But this has not been a very good effort on the part of the Wildcats.
Worthington takes the shotgun snap, hands it off, up the middle, it's Nedrich. Nedrich to about the 5-yard line. And it will be second and goal.
On the carry, and again, Cody Bell went on
Cody
stop.
Bell again being announced as the tackler. Hard to see from our angle. Part of the Wildcats' problem were all the outside noise. You kind of have to manage that, and you have to get past it at some point if you're going to turn the fortunes around. You got to start believing in yourself.
Yeah, you do. I think this team, they showed a little grit.
That's the end of the third quarter. Quarter dominated by United Valley again. They put 13 more on the board. Wildcats did convert a big 4th and 4 for a 44-yard touchdown pass. It was a good-looking play, but it's 33-6 United Valley over the Homer Center Wildcats on the Renda Media Football Network. Thank you to SeaWorld Satellites of Indiana.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Looking to experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than
Worthington with split backs behind him in that shotgun formation, hands it off to Nedrich, and Nedrich bulldozes his way to the goal line. Did he get in? No signal yet, and they're going to say, nope, he's short. It's going to be second down, less than a yard, or third down, I should say, and goal from inside the 1 yard line.
Yeah, the heck of the thing was, Mark, they scored 13 points, United didn't run a play to score them.
One play, right?
Well, I think you count the kickoff.
The 5 yard
that's
run.
Right. They did have a
handoff. Nedrich, Wildcats, good hard-nosed defense there. And credit those kids that are out there now. Homer Center, they're battling. They want to keep them out of the end zone.
I'm just going to say they played a good quarter.
That time by number 40, Hayden Bentz.
But they just couldn't generate anything offensively. They might have been able to tighten it up a little bit. They're not going to get close.
Good job by Hayden Bentz. 1 yard loss. Sophomore, 5'11", 157. Wildcats will host Marion Center next week. They've beaten them 11 straight years. 4th down, and now a timeout going to be called by the United Valley Lions. Our timeouts brought to you by Luxembourg's Jewelers. Indiana's Christmas store reminds you that time flies and it's not too early to think about that special Christmas idea. Think Christmas. Think Luxembourg's. Since 1916 in downtown Indiana and at the Indiana Mall. 33-6, Lions over the Wildcats. 10:48 remaining. Coming back with more on the Renda Media Football Network.
Looking to experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
On some of Ford's most popular. Back with you at Homer Center. 4th down and goal from the 2 yard line. Dimitri Worthington rolls to his right, wants to pass. Man wide open, back of the end zone. Caught, touchdown. United Valley Lions on the reception. Shaden Aleska. And it's 39-6, and he was wide open, Ward.
Certainly was. Just a simple little rollout. Boy, he just had all the time in the world to throw that and made a nice pass. Easy score, and it's a shame. The Wildcats were trying to battle hard to keep him out. Didn't work. I think the Lions are going to try from placement here from the looks of it.
Yeah, so this will not be a mercy rule situation just yet. That might have been 15 on the catch. Greg Schilling. Yeah. Chris Garetano confirming it was 15. Snap, and the kick is blocked. Schilling was the holder, and good penetration from Homer Center. And they blocked the extra point. But United adds more points on the board on a 4th down and 2 pass to Greg Schilling. And it is 39-6, United Valley over Homer Center. We'll break for 30 seconds. Coming back with more, brought to you by Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Renda Digital TV.
I've always been a very hard worker, and I thought that there was something that smart people that work hard could do differently with the money that you've worked so hard to earn. I consulted First Commonwealth Bank. They said, absolutely there is. And then they called us with a program that was directly suited for us. I've been able to enjoy what I've worked a lifetime to create. And I've done all that with the help of First Commonwealth Bank.
Hi, this is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and I'm proud to serve the 62nd Legislative District. We take pride in our communities, and I'm proud to support our area teams and all our students, wishing them the best of luck this school year. As we approach this year's election, I encourage you to make your voice heard, whether by mail or on the polls at Election Day. I am grateful for your past support, proud of the progress we've made together, and even more excited about the future. The best is yet to come.
Cambria Heights 14, River Valley 6. Luther Ford Drive summary, 14 plays, 78 yards. Took 7 minutes and 6 seconds, 6 first downs on that drive.
Yeah, Wildcat defense is really giving a good account of themselves. It's just so many bad plays that are made in the course of the ball game, and that's cost them.
Squib kick, big high bounce, and it's picked up by, I think that is Gabe Cobaugh, the young freshman, promising player for Homer Center, younger brother of Riley Cobaugh. On the tackle, Logan Lichtenfels for the United Lions.
Brought down by Lichtenfels.
And the Wildcats, let's see how they play it here if they stay with the first teamers.
First and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, I'm sure they would like to put together a drive anyway.
Check in the count scoreboard at end of 3. Maryland Center 21, Portage 0.
Give themselves something to point to.
Wildcats certainly not used to losing. I mentioned 2-8 record last year, their first regular season losing record since 2011. They lost their last 5 regular season games in 23, longest such streak since they were 0-9 in 2011. That was the only winless season in school history dating back to 1923, although that particular year we saw a lot of promise, and 2 years later they won a district championship.
District title. Those guys were mostly freshmen.
Carson Arone, a sophomore, keeps the football, and good read option, ran that quite well. They call him Rufus, and Rufus close to a first down, might even have 10 yards. They do have a first down on that carry. On the tackle, Colin Nedridge of the United Valley Lions. I mentioned band of brothers for the Wildcats. Well, they're going to be tested, and they'll have to stick together, all of these brothers. I'm talking about the brotherhood of 39, but they are 6 sets of brothers. Twin brothers Will and Dan Jones. Twin brothers Sean and Josh Voluchik, both seniors. Those 2 twins, sets of twins. We'll get back to it. Rufus Arone takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to Voluchik. Voluchik heads far sideline. Voluchik to midfield. Voluchik into United territory as the flag flies, and he's still on his feet down to the 25-yard line. However, it may come back. With 10:02 remaining, we might have had a block in the back on the far side of the field.
Probably was.
Colin Nedridge on the stop for United finally, but good job by Voluchik, Sean Voluchik.
Yeah, made the turn on that corner and then showed some speed. That's encouraging.
Holding, it's on the call on Homer
It's a
Center.
shame you get a nice play and you kill it with a penalty.
The other brothers on Homer Center's team, Riley and Gabe Cobaugh. Riley's a junior, Gabe a freshman. Braden and Colin Dunn, they have high hopes for Colin too. Braden, of course, an outstanding athlete. Braden a senior, Colin a freshman. Eli and Zeke Butterly. Eli a senior, Zeke a sophomore. And finally, Colin and Nate Doherty. Colin a senior, Nate a freshman.
To bring up a first down and 8.
Yeah, let's hope they all matriculate into good athletes. The younger
Some of
brothers.
them already are, yeah, for sure. Well, after the holding penalty, they put it down at the 47-yard line. You know, last year, United Valley, they went on some long drives. 7 plays, 71 yards. 10 plays, 70 yards. 9 plays, 59 yards. 14 plays, 57. 1 play, 72 yards. 2 plays, 67 yards, all ending in touchdowns. And tonight, unfortunately, for Homer Center at least, it's been much the same. Rufus Arone throws out in the flat. Good move by Riley Cobaugh, but it's a tough yard for Riley, isn't it? Good defense, too, by the United Valley Lions, Nate Shimshock.
Down by Shimshock.
Yeah, he did a nice job. He caught the ball and stopped. That allowed the pursuit to overshoot him, but it was
Riley and
penned in
Gabe,
anyway.
both Cobos have outstanding speed. Second down and about 6 to go. Football just shy of the 49-yard line. Homer Center back home against Marion Center next Friday night. How do you like these new chairs and the new setup here in our S&T Bank broadcast booth?
Thanks to your wife for providing these.
Our statistician, we didn't even acknowledge him tonight, Jerry Rossai. Jerry waved everybody out in radio and TV land. The give to Voluchik. I'll tell you what, this young man, I remember against Conemaugh, I think it was Conemaugh Valley, he did some good things.
Yeah, he was showing a lot of promise. He's showing it right now. He ran hard there. He saw the hole, did not hesitate. That's what you like to see in a running back.
Sean Voluchik, good job there. Dimitri Worthington on the tackle. A little surprised that Lou McElwee has some of these starters in there with the big lead, because especially the court, right on cue, I think Lou's probably listening to us with his radio headset. And he said, "You're right, Mark, I'm going to get him out of there. We can't risk injury to our starting Q." 1st and 10 from the 42 of United. Shotgun snap to Carson Arone, and Arone has 3 yards to the 39-yard line. Dragged down from behind by Donovan Watt and Schilling.
Watt on the stop.
They have some brothers. I'm assuming they're brothers. A couple of Hawks on the roster, and I know I saw a few others.
That's interesting.
Garver, a couple of Garvers.
A lot of times you get that.
It's really amazing that this roster makeup of United Valley. 53, 27 from United and 26 from Black Lake Valley.
That's pretty hard to imagine, but it happened.
2nd down and about 6. The give to Sean Voluchik. Voluchik, 30, 25, 20. He's off to the races, and he takes it to the house, to the north end zone. And Voluchik saying, "Hey, coach, take a look at me. I might want more playing time as a running back," and it's 39-12. Good job. Sean Voluchik gets Homer Center back on the board.
Nice cut. He went to the right, cut back, and then turned the Jets on. Boy, those are running back skills. You either have them or you don't. You can't teach that too well. And he just did a beautiful job of cutting it up and showed great speed.
Where was the line at scrimmage?
I think it's over there.
39?
30. Was it 39? Yeah.
Brady Fraser to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Braden Dunn. Got a lot of Bradens and Bradys.
Yeah.
Dan Jones, the long snapper. It's put down, and the kick from Brady is up, and the kick is good. Catches that left upright. Good job for Homer Center. Something to shout about again. Sean Voluchik.
39.
Good hard-nosed running, and it's 39-13 with 7:32 to play in the football game. Our coverage from Memorial Field will continue in a minute right after this on the Renda Media Football Network.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hunt & Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hunt & Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an agency working in your best interest. And that's Hunt & Blues Insurance, 2 locations, Indiana and Johnstown.
Great food and fun? And you want to go to the hidden dive where all the locals eat? Around these parts, that's Mavericks. Pick your favorites from the jukebox, grab a cold one at the bar, and rack up a round of 8-ball. They've got a new one-page menu that covers it all. Appetizers, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and the best wings. Period. Everything is prepared better than you expect. Minutes from anywhere in Homer City right off 119. Mavericks, drinks, sports, food. Make us proud, Wildcats. You got
Field. Brady Fraser has it teed up. 39-13. Our scores. We come to you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People Forward Banking. Fraser approaches the football, and the United Valley Lions, Garver takes it inside the 10-yard line at about the 7. Left sideline to the 25 and up near the 30-yard line.
Carver on the return.
Better coverage there.
Drew Fisher.
Drew Fisher on the kick coverage for Homer Center. Drive summary. The Wildcats, 6 plays, 65 yards, took 3 minutes, 8 seconds, and Sean Voluchik got in that big F-150 from Luther Ford, and he powered his way for 59 yards on 3 carries, including that 39-yard touchdown run. Luther Ford Lincoln, Indiana County's Ford experts. Wildcats with a lot of youngsters out there defensively now. Corner down below us, Hunter Schamberger, a junior. Also in there, Connor DeArmond.
Tobias Skillings at safety position.
They give it, United does, to Nate Shimshock. Shimshock, a gain of about 5 or 6 on the tackle, Dom Shimko. And United player maybe cramping up a little bit, Peyton McElwee. And he's going to hobble and go down.
Those cramps and murder.
Oh, boy. Did you ever get one in the middle of the night in bed?
Oh, yeah.
They hurt
often.
a little bit, don't they? Hey, we want to tell you about our friends at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. A lot can happen to kids after hours, and not just on the gridiron. Babies get fevers, children step on glass, athletes twist their ankles. Ward and I get cramps and then bed. If your child or teen needs care and your doctor's office is closed, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is open 7 days a week, 8 till 8. Since 2009, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Old Route 22 in Blairsville, where you can get in, get out, get better. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge voted Best Urgent Care and Walk-In Clinic in the Best of Indiana County contest. 39-13, United Valley with the ball and the lead, and they are tending to young McElwee, Peyton McElwee, a sophomore, right near that midfield logo. Again, we want to welcome Chris Yonner to our broadcast crew, running the camera down below us. Ted Maseko upstairs on the upper level of the press box. John Smathers, our digital manager. As I mentioned, for John and others, the first week of football, it is HE double hockey stick week, because it is the week from hell from a preparation standpoint. John, thank you, all our crew, for all of the hard work. It's opening night for us too, and you have some blips along the way, and you get them corrected, and things get better too as we go along. And I'm speaking of yours truly, and you too, Ward.
My too, me too, my too.
New quarterback in there again for United, and he hands the football off. Eli Sheasley does to Logan Lichtenfels. He'll be stopped shy of the first down by Connor DeArmond. End of the third quarter, Penns Manor was mercy ruling Conemaugh Valley 36-0. Final, Marion Center, they come here next week. They shut out Portage 21-0. And Portage, I think, is going to be a decent ball club.
I thought they were too, but
10 minutes to go now. River Valley trailing Cambria Heights 21-6. Renda Media Football Preview Magazine picked Cambria Heights to run the table. Pressure, Jared Lewis. Pressure.
That's a big step right there.
Defending District 6 Class A champions. They're double A this year. Sheasley, the quarterback, and he turns and hands it off to Lichtenfels again, and Lichtenfels has the first down over the 40. On the tackle, Dom Shimko. Assist Connor DeArmond. You know, I mentioned the dynamic of this Heritage Conference, Ward, with the enrollment shifts. And, you know, last year when I went to Williamsport High School, South Williamsport came across the river and beat Cambria Heights in the state quarterfinals. They played in it was the Northern Tier Conference. I'll get back to it after this play. And I wonder if the Heritage Conference shouldn't head in the same direction as the Northern Tier. I'll get back to you on my comment here. 1st and 10, and Sheasley, some confusion, and dragging him down from behind beautifully for the Homer Center Wildcats, Hayden Bentz, who's made a little name for himself in this football game. Northern Tier, they have a small school and a big school division. And by big school, I don't mean 5A or 6A. I mean AA and AAA. The small school, which South Williamsport competed in, they play a couple of those schools in the big school division. And, I think the Heritage Conference, they might have to head in that direction because, quite honestly, a couple of these AA schools, they're going to be judged not what they do in the Heritage Conference, but what they do in the District 6 playoffs.
Yeah, after the fact. And I agree with you. I think now we got 12 teams. There's a fumble
and picked up, and good defense by Homer Center. Shimko again in there for the Wildcats, and carrying the football was Nate Shimshock. We're under 5 minutes to play in the football game, 39-13. And you can tell it's 39-13 because of some of the subject matter we're bringing up.
Yeah,
or I am bringing
and the crowd is starting to filter out. It's not for lack of effort. I'll say that. I thought the Homer kids played hard all night. They just made some blunders that were horrific. And you can't do that. Simple as that, especially when you don't have a real potent offense.
I'm going to quiz you on something because I was arguing with my older brother Jerry, and school board member Jerry Burdick about something. I'll bring that up. 3rd down and 12, and the give up the middle and running for first down yardage into Homer Center territory with that football for United is Nate Shimshock again. And they needed, 10 or so, and got a lot more than that.
He ran straight up the middle.
So I say this is the 99th season of Homer Center football. Now, they started playing football, Homer City High School did in 1923. So here's the argument. 1923, this is 2024. That's 102 years, technically, if you add it all up. No games were played during World War II from 1942, 43, and 44. So is this the 99th or the 102nd season in your mind?
99th.
Okay, I'm with you. Tiebreaker to me. Lichtenfels.
Lichtenfels carry.
With the carry and 14 more yards to the 29-yard line. This is the 79th season here at Venerable Memorial Field with its new press box steps and all.
I didn't remember this place before the lights. I was that young, I could still remember they played games on Saturday.
And then they had the wooden light poles for many years.
Yeah, that was the first thing they put in.
1955, maybe?
They had the old fire alarm over there in the corner. It's not there.
39-13 United Valley, 1st and 10, and another quarterback in there, I believe, for United. Yes, indeed. That is Brennan James. And the give and running for a touchdown, 28 yards. There goes Logan Lichtenfels. And it's 45-13. Logan Lichtenfels has had himself a night, too, on both sides of the ball. And United can match what they did last year against Homer Center when they beat them 46. Let me check that. 46-16. Well, it's 45-13 right now.
Yeah, that was just some poor tackling. I'm sure coaching staff saw that too. Lichtenfels was stopped, but broke a tackle, kept going. Good running backs do that. And took her in. Been a long night here for the Wildcat D. 2:51 left, mercifully.
Holder, Sheasley, kicker Nedrich, big leg for Nedrich, into the neighbor's yard. It's good, and they have matched last year's output. 46 on the board against the Wildcats in 2023. 46 here tonight to start the season for Lou McElwee in his debut as the United Valley head coach. It's 46-13, the United Valley continuing with more on an IRMC High School Sports Night here on the Renda Media Football Network.
Due to an overwhelming response, the Dowd semi-annual floor sample sale has been extended. We're clearing our warehouse and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory. Save on sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all ready for immediate delivery. Hurry in, sale ends soon. Dowds of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Memorial Field. Thank you to 5-Star Mitsubishi. Under 5 minutes to play in this game. 2:51 to be exact. It's 46-13. We'll give you the Luther drive summary in a moment. And Werrick's kick bounces around, and it's taken, looks like, by Voluchik. And Voluchik, I'll tell you what, he has pretty good wills, doesn't he? Out over the 40 to the 43-yard line. Talk to Coach Page on our post-game show. Ward, you'll go down and talk to Lou McElwee on the field. And Chris Yonner will get you on camera, I believe. When they break huddle, we'll try to do that as quickly as we can. Drive summary, 7 plays, 70 yards, 4 minutes, 34 seconds. Lichtenfels, 3 carries, 47 yards. Final score, Conemaugh Township 42, West Shamokin nothing. Lichtenfels yardage tonight. Good night, Jer.
4 carries for 50.
4 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown and a kickoff return too, right? Was that Lichtenfels?
I had 50 yards in my career.
Wildcats getting repositioned on offense, and they hand it off, and oh boy, not a good welcome to this football game for Homer Center's Carter Henry, a 5'5 freshman, as he was flung down.
Henry on the carry.
Eli Turk now quarterbacking. Let me see here. He's a freshman, is he not?
Eli Turk, let's check the chart, is a freshman, 5'9", 149. We'll have stats on the post-game show. Head coach Greg Page up here on our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People forward banking, S&T Bank, member FDIC. Eli Turk takes the shotgun snap, going to keep it. Cuts it up, 45, and has 5. It'll set up 3rd down and about 8 yards to go.
Number 22, Eli Turk on that carry. Short game. Bring up a 3rd and 8.
Probably run the ball. What do you think there, Mark?
Well, they can't run it out.
They don't want to throw an incompletion and stop the clock. Let's get it over with, boys. A lot of subs going in. United Valley's got 13 guys out there right now. Somebody's going off.
Out trots that 13th guy, Corbin Rhodes. Turk takes the shotgun snap and going to keep it. Read option, breaks the tackle, 50-yard line, 47 of United, and I think he got a 1st down.
Yep.
Nice looking run by Eli Turk.
Good effort. Very good effort.
Brendan James on the tackle. James, an outstanding young baseball player as well. We appreciate his father, Josh James. He used to drive me crazy when I coached Legion baseball because he was a good pitcher himself. From Young and Associates, they're supportive of our amateur athletics. Thank you, Josh James and everybody at Young and Associates. Here's, again, Carter Henry being flung down. They keep the clock moving with exactly 1 minute to play.
Forced out of bounds.
They're going to lose
number 13, Brady Emerson.
About 3 yards on that play. Brady Emerson, a junior defensive back, made that tackle. Junior 5'10", 155. So the Wildcats, Ward, will have a big challenge to keep the long winning streak against Marion Center alive next week. 12 wins in a row, or 11 in a row. They didn't play.
Good program coming in here. They've got to clean it up. They just did not play a very clean game.
Carter Henry gets the handoff again and has a yard to the 49-yard line. For United again, I think Emerson was in there along with Max. Or was it McConville? Jake McConville. Down to 10 seconds. Wildcats trying to rush to the line of scrimmage, and these youngsters want to get one more playoff. And it looks like there's a new quarterback in there. Or no, it's still Eli Turk. Yep. And now time has run out. And probably mercifully for everybody, this game ends, and United Valley new head coach Lou McElwee, a successful debut at the helm of this co-op program between United and Blacklick Valley. United Valley Lions win it 46-13, our final score. Stay with us for our first Commonwealth Bank post-game show. Coming up next right here on the Renda Media Football Network. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping Indiana Indians athletes for years, and they wish the team the best of luck in the state playoffs. ITT is a full-service outpatient rehab facility with services including physical, occupational, and speech therapy, athletic training, pediatric rehab, sports performance programs, and so much more. Indiana Total Therapy's 3 facilities are fully staffed and equipped to deliver optimal results. ITT, proud partners with the Indiana Area School District.
Hi, my name is Zachary, and this is a bus that I take to school every day. It's a Smith bus. We have a really fun bus driver, and guess what? Smith Bus Company is hiring new bus drivers.
That's right. Smith Bus Company is hiring positions for full and part-time drivers and driver's assistants. They provide transportation for 6 area school districts, and they're proud of the work they do. Apply now at smithbusco.com, equal opportunity employer.
Milk every moment.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Luxembourg's Jewelers, a proud supporter of all the area athletes, would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. With 2 convenient locations, Luxembourg's Jewelers is the winning choice for
The United Valley Lions flex their muscle. They put 46 on the board last year against Homer Center, and they did the same thing this year, and they win at 46-13. Ward Hilliard, before the print media gets to Coach McElwee, if you'd make your way over and grab him first, because our cameraman, Ward's not hearing me, but if I'm not sure if Chris is hearing me either, our camera operator down there. And hopefully we can make arrangements to get the coach first. We will get to radio replays. Just trying to get word down to Ward and Chris for Ward to grab Coach McElwee before. Oh, he's not not hearing us. Like I said, it's opening night for all of us here. And I think now, Chris, do you have us? And just so if you could alert Ward to get Coach McElwee before the print media gets him. And we will have Coach McElwee on our post-game show. Right now, let's get to the radio replays. This game started out. United went 3 and out, punted to Homer Center. Wildcats had great field position at the United Valley line, 35-yard line. Drove it to the 6, but could get no further. United took over.
System froze. Just talk about something else.
Oh, okay. We understand back at the studio our automation system froze. So, well, we will get that rectified and get you the radio replays too. And Coach McElwee is actually behind Ward and Chris talking to a reporter before he addresses the team. 46-13, United Valley wins it. We will keep it right here. Obviously, the Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club, we can't thank them enough for their great support of our video streams. Their membership continues to grow, over 1,200 members and going strong. They're accepting new members, too. They were voted Best Social Club and Sportsman's Club in the Best of Indiana County contest. All kinds of improvements. Pizza nights every Thursday and Friday during Wildcat Season 2. At the Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club. And I think Michael Burdick trying to get the system rebooted at 9th and Philadelphia Streets. While he does that, we'll see if we have any other scores that have come in. Mentioned Conemaugh Township 42, West Shamokin nothing, Marion Center 21, Portage nothing, and no further updates. Last we heard it was Cambria Heights 21 and River Valley 6, but we have gotten no further updates on that particular game.
Ready.
And we did get everything rectified back at the studio, so I mentioned United Valley took over at the 7-yard line after stopping Homer Center, and it was all downhill for Homer Center. We're going to bring you all of the replays in this football game. We strung them together, and here's how they sounded on Renda Digital TV and WCCS Radio. Sidecar to the right of Dimitri Worthington. He gets the handoff, cuts it back, spins toward the end zone, looks like he's in, and he is. Touchdown. Just got over that goal line, and the United Lions very impressively drive 13 plays and 93 yards, and they grab the lead in this football game 6-0 with 11:44 to play in the first half. And they fake it. Dimitri Worthington keeps it, lunges toward the goal line. He's in for a touchdown. Showed some pretty good wills, good vision, and he has a touchdown. He had just one on the ground last year. He has his first already this year, and it comes 4 minutes and 1 second into the second quarter. It's 12-0. It was all set up by the outstanding punt return of Rylan Garber. In the backfield, Colin Nedrich. Twin receivers left and right. They send a man in motion toward the Wildcat sideline, and Dimitri Worthington wants to pass. Little pass, post pattern, cut for a touchdown for the United Lions, splitting the seam for the United Lions. It was Ryan Garber or Luco. Let's see who caught that pass. Luco caught that pass for the United Lions. Ethan Luco. And it is 19-0 with 1:07 left in the first half. Well thrown ball, well executed by United. At the Homer 12-yard line, and with the football coming near side, Dimitri Worthington, and he dives for the goal line right where the G is, and it is a touchdown. What a start in this second half. Homer Center shoots themselves in 22 feet because 11 players didn't recover the kickoff, and United one play. 6 seconds in, they lead 26-0. 12-yard touchdown run, second of the night for Dimitri Worthington. Done to pass, has Will Jones this time. Will hauls it in, breaks a tackle, 35, 20, 15, 10-5, touchdown, Will Jones. 44-yard hookup on 4th and 4. The Wildcats find the end zone, and it's 26-6. The Wildcat fans with something to cheer about here at Memorial Field. Frazier has it teed up, and the kick is a good one. It's going to drive him back inside the 10-yard line, and fumbling it and picking it up for the United Valley Lions. It is Logan Lichtenfels. He's in the loose at midfield. He's at the 40, heading toward the left sideline. He's heading toward the goal line at the 15, the 10, the 5, a touchdown. 91-yard kickoff return by Logan Lichtenfels, the junior 5'11", 170-pounder, and they answered just like that. It's 32-6 United Valley. Logan Lichtenfels putting on a show. Dimitri Worthington rolls to his right, wants to pass. Man wide open, back of the end zone. Caught, touchdown, United Valley Lions on the reception. Shaden Aleska. And it's 39-6, and he was wide open, Ward. Second down and about 6 to give to Sean Voluchik. Voluchik, 30, 25, 20. He's off to the races, and he takes it to the house, to the north end zone. And Voluchik saying, hey, coach, take a look at me. I might want more playing time as a running back, and it's 39-12. Good job. Sean Voluchik gets Homer Center back on the board. Another quarterback in there, I believe, for United. Yes, indeed. That is Brennan James. And the give and running for a touchdown, 28 yards. There goes Logan Lichtenfels. And it's 45-13. Logan Lichtenfels has had himself a night, too, on both sides of the ball.
You're back.
And that is the way things ended after the extra point, 46-13. Standing by down on the field with head coach Lou McElwee, a successful debut for the new United Valley head coach. Ward Hilliard has him downstairs. Ward?
Yeah, this is the coach's corner phase of the game, and I'm talking with head coach Lou McElwee. And Congratulations. It's your first win as a head coach. How'd that feel?
I felt nice, actually. Everyone asked me if I was nervous for the game, but I've been so focused and
we're not hearing Ward.
Ready to go for the game. I didn't even notice that was my first game until after everything was said and done.
It's got to be pretty sweet. And you guys played so well. Did you have an idea what this team would do coming into this game?
We have dead air.
I did. I've known these players for a long time, and they're physical. That's just their nature. They love to hit. They love contact, and they're smart kids, and they're coachable kids.
Well, I know one thing: the defense.
Like Michael's saying, he's not hearing us.
I mean, Homer Center pretty well, and that had to make you feel pretty good.
Yeah. We tried continuing the tradition from Coach Marabito. He set the tone years ago about being physical.
Yeah, still nothing.
I just want to keep it going.
Yeah, I talked to him last couple of years and just told him, I'm so glad you persevered, because I know the United program had a lot of pride, and he was trying to resurrect that, and I think he did. And then you come along and you get to carry the torch now, huh?
I do. He held the bar pretty high, so I just want to keep raising it.
Still nothing.
Anyone surprise you tonight? Any of your players? You had some great running backs out there.
Yeah, I know. There's we started with Dylan and Skylar running the ball, and it's their first year varsity running backs, and they ran amazing tonight. They hard-nosed, physical, downhill, and they weren't scared of contact, and they ran with their head up, eyes open. So they proved a lot of doubters wrong tonight.
Yeah, and your quarterback was outstanding. He made some beautiful passes here and opened the game up.
Yeah, Dimitri, he's an intelligent player. His football IQ is off the charts.
School is back in session. The kids have all their new school supplies and clothes, and they're excited to start a new year. They just need one more thing from you as they go back.
We'll probably see you down the line here
Slow down. Be alert. And make sure to follow all the school bus and school zone laws. Stop when you see the lights. Take extra time and
enjoy
use
it tonight
caution when
and start at it tomorrow.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for coming out, and good luck to you.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, great job down on the field with head coach Lou McElwee. Head coach Greg Page will be joining us next as we continue on the First Commonwealth Bank postgame show, 46-13. The final score, United Valley wins it over the Homer Center Wildcats in the first game of the season. And we'll have more head coach Greg Page joining us next on the Renda Media Football Network.
Luxembourg's Jewelers, a proud supporter of all the area athletes, would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. With 2 convenient locations, Luxembourg's Jewelers is the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautifully logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. From the Indiana Mall to downtown Indiana, Hip, Jeff, and the Luxembourg's team wishes everyone an MVP season. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
Hi, my name is Zachary, and this is the bus that I take to school every day. It's a Smith bus. We have a really fun bus driver, and guess what? Smith Bus Company is hiring new bus drivers.
That's right. Smith Bus Company is hiring positions for full and part-time drivers and driver's assistants. They provide transportation for 6 area school districts, and they're proud of the work they do. Apply now at smithbusco.com, equal opportunity employer.
Milk every moment.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM, and online at WCCSradio.com with the voice of the Wildcats, Mark Burdick.
All right, Michael Burdick, thank you very much, and thanks to Coach Page for being patient and waiting to join us on our post-game show. We just heard from grand beginnings in our commercial break, and it was not a grand start for the Wildcats here tonight. Coach, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we got off to a great start defensively, and then moving the ball down the field, and I should have come up with something better on 4th and 3. We were running the ball well, and we just didn't get it done. They rose up, credit to them, and then still felt like we did some good things there. But we can't let them jump on us like that, and that's exactly what happened. And the punt return was a big-time play that changed the momentum, too.
Okay, kickoff return. And, boy, the second half, what a disaster. I said 22 feet being shot when you don't recover a long kickoff, and
I don't know. I mean, maybe there's a lot of scenarios that maybe we just need to break it down and say, okay, we're going to take 10 minutes and look at this thing that usually never happens in 10 minutes on this thing, because it just, if it can happen, it happened tonight. But I say all that with giving full credit to United, and I told Lou that they were ready to play. They kicked our tails. They were physical and big, and I mean we played well at times, but they were more consistent, way more consistent. They earned the victory.
There were positives, along the way. The good start defensively, as you mentioned. We agreed with you not taking the field goal that early in the game, because there's probably going to be a lot of points scored here tonight. It doesn't go your way, and then to their credit, they really seized the momentum at that point. 46-13, hard to say it would have been a different football game at the end of the day, but it definitely would have made a difference at that time and would have given your team some early life.
I think so, and I still think, I think we're a little more mature than last year, but obviously we still need that early life to get us going and get the confidence going. I love the energy and excitement, but that stuff's all nice and well and dandy at the beginning, but you have to sustain that for 48 minutes, because football games they're just long, drawn-out battles, and overall we just were way too inconsistent. And they weren't. They made plays, and it feels like kind of a rewind, and I'm not gonna go through that again.
Brady Frazier, I should say, good leg, but boy, that second half, they ran one play and had two touchdowns. I think the botched recovery and then a 12-yard touchdown run.
Yeah,
and then they scored again on a kickoff return, 91-yard kickoff return after you had scored. And when you have a weapon like Brady Frazier, you have to cover, right?
Yeah, and we got good guys on there. I don't know, and we get times when guys like, can I get a break? No, we really can't do that. You got to get 11 solid guys there, and so a couple guys got taken out, and then a couple guys lose their lane discipline, and there's a seam, and then we don't make the tackle. We don't make the tackle with a couple different levels on the back end, and the guy goes. That's what's frustrating. We've worked so much more on tackling from the beginning of the summer than we ever have, because we knew we needed to, and at times it failed us tonight.
Positives. Braden Dunn, I thought, was Braden Dunn. Good, solid effort, played hard.
Yeah. That's what you get there. We have 3 kids that can probably be adequate at quarterback, but he's a senior leader. He made some plays with his legs. He had a rough pick early second half. I'm not sure if it was second half or if it was still. It might have been late first half, I think.
Correct.
But he made. We didn't throw much because we didn't have the ball much. But we misfired on a couple, but he hits Will on one of our concepts, and it shows what you can do. You go ahead and take the distance, and then unfortunately, Will ends up getting something bad happen to him in the end zone. So one good thing happens, and it's we get more of the injury bug.
Talk about something that's going to keep them out for a while.
I think so.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Sean Voluchik, boy, there's a young man saying, "Hey, coach, put the old song, put John Fogerty, right? Put me in, coach." He had a heck of a game.
Yeah, he did. Now I know we were both subbing there, but I told him, I said, you made a nice cut, and you can see if he can get upfield, he's got some jets. And Brian, we had a little discomfort. I thought Brian ran well early on, but he got some discomfort late in the first half, and there's no point in that situation. We can go with a couple other guys. No point in trying to, make that worse. So hopefully he's okay. But, yeah, they've both been working there, and they both have speed. Unfortunately, what they don't have is size, but they run hard.
Coach, we talked on the pregame about confidence and, fragile. And, there's the noise out there. Down year last year, expectations not great this year. Yeah. I'm sure that's got to be part of getting over the hump, kids believing in themselves and coming to work and kind of a lunch pail mentality.
Yeah, and I think we've had it. We really have had it. I have had no complaints. I thought the summer was great. The 2 weeks, heat camp and our triples I thought were great. But that's all against yourselves, and then you go against other competition. And the other, like Coach Franklin at Penn State always says, the other team's on scholarship too.
That's right.
And so you're getting their best, and we're trying to do a lot more of 1 versus 1A matchups, and I thought it was making us more competitive. I think we'll be okay. I really do. Something like tonight kind of snowballed. They were clearly the better team. I'm in the middle of the game and I'm questioning myself because, for whatever reason, we're just not over the hump the last year and then early on this year, and we've got to find some way to change that. We all got to as a staff, but I got to be the one to dig down and provide that spark, and I'm gonna bust my ass trying. Excuse my language.
Well, I know you will. Next week doesn't get any easier. Very good Marion Center club coming to town. They won tonight 21-0, I believe, at Portage.
It's not easy to do.
You beat them 11 straight times.
Yeah, well, I didn't need to hear that. And, they come close. They came close a few years ago. And here's the thing I told our guys. We went up there last year. We played really well. Week 1. We beat them on their field. We're 1-0. Look how the season ended. Now let's see if we can flip the script. We lose first week now. Maybe the opposite can happen. It's not going to be easy, though, because they're good, and then Penn's Manor walloped somebody tonight, and it's just on and on. It doesn't get any easier, and we have to find ways. And if we have to replace a few people, then it's going to be tougher. But it's football. I told our guys it's a game where you can't run away from it. You really can't. So we got to come back Monday, and we'll try to figure some things out.
Life's full of lessons, and that includes the game of football, both in wins and losses. I think you learn a lot about yourself. Coach, we appreciate you coming up. Yep. We know you and your fellow coaches will work your tails off to get this group improving week by week, and we'll see where that takes us as we move along. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you guys very much.
Head coach Greg Page, as always, on our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show, and we're coming back for a final time. We'll check the stats and say goodnight from Memorial Field in Homer City after a 46-13 United Valley victory here in the season opener for both teams. Coming back with more right here on the Renda Media Football Network.
Hi, my name is Zachary, and this is the bus that I take to school every day. It's a Smith bus. We have a really fun bus driver, and guess what? Smith Bus Company is hiring new bus drivers.
That's right. Smith Bus Company is hiring positions for full and part-time drivers and driver's assistants. They provide transportation for 6 area school districts, and they're proud of the work they do. Apply now at smithbusco.com, equal opportunity employer.
Milk every moment.
for a final time. Ward Hilliard has climbed back up after talking to Coach McElwee, and 46-13. Ward, I'll run through these stats, or you know how to read these sheets better than I do.
This is the efforts of our chief statistician, Mr. Rossi. Stevens for United, 112 yards on 12 carries. That's a good night. Huck, he had 10 yards on 6 carries. He had a touchdown there. I'm trying to read this name here. Lichtenfels, oh yes, a touchdown on a 50-yard. He had a total of 50 yards on 4 carries. Nedrich had 32 yards on 8 carries. Shimshock, our favorite name, 6 carries, 37 yards. Worthington, the quarterback, 6 carries, 31 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Alexa had 2 carries for 24. Total of 24 carries, 145 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yep, that's actually 46.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm sorry, 46. I see what happened there. I used to be able to read these. For 292 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns through the air. Looks like 7 of 10. 2 touchdown passes there for the quarterback.
85 yards and 377 yards total offense.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. Not as bad as it has been in the past. Mills had, for Homer Center, 7 carries, 22 yards, 11 carries for Braden Dunn, 53 yards. Solid game for him. Turkin came in and had 2 carries for 14. Frazier, 3 carries for 13. Voluchek was impressive. 4 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown. Henry had 4 carries, -5, and Arone, 2 carries for 13. Homer's 33 rushing attempts, 168 yards, and a touchdown. Through the air, 3 of 9, 1 interception, 1 touchdown, total of 44 passing yards. Homer had 168 on the ground, 44 through the air, 212 yards. So they showed some flashes of hope here. And as I told the coach on his way out, I think they're going to win some games. This was a bad night, though.
Bad night. Good night for United Valley and new head coach Lou McElwee. We congratulate him. Some final scores before we say goodnight. On our out-of-town scoreboard, Marion Center 21, Portage nothing. Conemaugh Township defeated West Shamokin and shut them out 42-0. And Cambria Heights 28, River Valley 12, Northern Cambria 34, Purchase Line 6. Penns Manor, big time over Conemaugh Valley, 52-0. We want to thank everybody, our statistician Jerry Rossi, spotter in the booth, Dennis Mester, our cameraman Ted Maseko, and also Chris Yonner, and our digital producer, executive producer John Smathers, and on the radio side, our producer Michael Burdick back at the WCCS studios. Until we talk to you next Friday night when Marion Center Stingers come to Memorial Field. Speaking for Ward Hilliard, Mark Burdick reminding you that the final score here tonight, it was United Valley 46 and the Homer Center Wildcats 13 from Memorial Field. So long, everybody.
You've been listening to an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Sports Night on News Talk, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM.